it looks like 22-year-old Lori Harvey has adopted her stepdad's think like a man approach by playing the field with many eligible bachelors. Lori, after calling off her engagement, was rumored to be seeing rapper Future for a while, but those rumors ended when Future clapped back at her after seeing pictures of her hanging out with Trey Songz. However, Lori recently deleted pictures of her and Trey off Instagram, and soon after was seen hanging out with Diddy's son Justin Combs. She's also been recently linked to British race car driver Lewis Hamilton.
Nice.
And get this, rumor has it, Meek Mill tried to holler at her.
He just listens to me when I talk. Like, even, the other day I just been saying I really wanted to go to a farmer's market. And so he, called me one morning, Sunday morning. He was like, what are you doing? Get dressed, I'm about to come pick you up. And he, took me an hour away to this, really cute farmer's market. We had the best day. So it's things like that. I'm like,
those are the little
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to the Truth Seekers Live podcast. It is June 7th, 6:40-something, 6:49, June 7th. Listen, you know what that means, right? It means that we're going to go over our national days of the day today. We are talking about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. We have Orchid Mantis here in the background. Let's see if I can minimize this. Exit minimized video. Should I do that? No, I shouldn't have. Okay. Oh. Hold on. All right. Well, I'm trash with that. So here we go. We're going with the holidays. British Heart Week. We do have a guest today. That's right. We have a guest today. She's going to be joining us in a few minutes, and she's actually right here. British Heart Week is today, ladies and gentlemen, national holiday anniversary of the Memorandum of Slovak Nation. It's Daniel Boone Day. I vaguely remember learning about Daniel Boone Day. I switched my buttons around. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad. I switched my buttons around. Going back into it. It is International Supply Chain Professionals Day, Love Island Day, National Chocolate Ice Cream Day. That's one we can stand behind. National VCR Days. The kids born today don't even know what a VCR is. How crazy is that to think about, huh? They don't even know what a VCR is. If you walk up to them and be like, hey, what's a VCR? They'll have no idea. I'd say probably age 16, would you say, and below? No ideas what a VCR is. That's crazy to think about. Let's go on to our news articles. Kyle Rittenhouse is doing a lot right now in the news. He was recently at a gun range shooting automatic weapons, and apparently he's trying to go to college right now. But another university has denied admitting Kyle Rittenhouse. In November, Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted on all charges for fatally shooting 2 men and wounding another at a Black Lives Matter demonstration in Kenosha, Wisconsin in 2020. In the months since, he has been something of an alt-right victory tour. He's been going around, pretty much doing his thing and having a really, really, really severe victory run, if you will, for beating the case, the multiple cases of attempted murder against him, and things of that nature. And he's having a hard time now getting into college, it looks like, right? Getting into college. Texas A&M was his choice. It wasn't the first college to distance himself, however, from Rittenhouse. In November, students at the Arizona State University protested after Rittenhouse expressed his hopes to attend an in-person classes on the school's campus after claiming he wanted to, quote, live a quiet, and stress-free life and to just go on with my life as a normal 18-year-old kid attending college. Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle Rittenhouse found out the hard way that when you become anything of a moniker or a public image online, your life is no longer your own. And so people have access to you whether you like it or not. And he needs to go ahead and just walk in his truth and go ahead and just, become that, if you will, the martyr that's still living for the demographic of people that support him. Listen, video shows Dallas police rescuing a 4-year-old's life after a deputy went to save her. This is an ad. This is not the actual video here, so we're not going to show the video until the ad's done. But in the effort to make good name of police and to bring up the good police, we have to make sure to combat the illogical fallacies and the narratives of certain groups and demographics who would rather you not hear the truth and who would rather keep us split and apart, and who would rather just keep peddling the same illogical narrative, it's claiming that you are the victims and things of that nature. No, I'm not speaking in code. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't do that. Here's the video we were talking about a second ago, and we're going to go ahead and get right on into the Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey situation. Let's see if we can get some sound going. I don't know if there's any sound actually in this. So it looks like we've got some cars driving right now. This happened on the 31st of last month. Mother took her child out of the vehicle. She's picking up the child. My goodness, the child is unconscious, y'all. The child is out. She doesn't know what's going on. She's running, asking for help in a situation like this. There's the audio. This is crazy.
Just show me. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Choking? Yeah. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on. Let me call the police. Grab her. Oh, is she?
She's ready.
Is she?
Aquí está un policía, aquí está un policía.
Is she? Is she?
I don't know what happened. She's been having fever.
No.
Please go, one, please.
472.
Just please go, someone, please.
I got somebody coming.
Let me lay her down.
If you don't know, this is in Texas, it looks like. I'm guessing this is probably Texas because I see I-35, so it's obviously Texas. We have a lot of people who don't speak that much English down here.
Wisdom. We have a young lady that's unresponsive. Lady with a baby is unresponsive. We're trying to
¿Está bien?
render some CPR
Let
right
me lay her
now.
down.
Are you on North Center step now?
It's a crazy call, man.
She okay? Yeah, that's it, baby. That's it, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, mama.
She was
Come on.
okay. She was
Come on,
okay for 1 minute.
Come on, mama. Come on, mama.
Aquí estoy con un policía.
Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, mama.
No sé qué le pasa, Pancho. Estoy aquí
Come on,
por
baby.
la toro, por aquí, por el...
Come on, come on.
Está aquí en la esquina, Pancho.
No.
We have another good brother trying to help out.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, mama. 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 Come on. Come on.
The fire department is like...
Yes, this should be coming.
She's okay?
Okay. No, we still got her. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Come on, little one. Come on, baby.
You already called the ambulance?
Yes. Yes.
Stand down the road.
Mama, no.
No. I'm getting it. Come on, baby.
Let me grab her.
No.
Mami, necesito
No,
despertarte.
let's let her.
Mami, necesito despertarte, mami.
Just lay her down.
Mami.
So it sounds like they're really working on it right now. Listen, we're getting ready to bring on our guest to talk about the Lori Harvey situation and things of that nature. So if you hear about the Lori Harvey situation, if you're waiting to hear about that, I know we're kind of taking a delay. Fast forward about 5 minutes, we'll be there. It looks like they're still working on her right now. I'm not sure when exactly the paramedics actually end up showing up. It looks like so far in the video right here, they haven't even showed up. And we're talking about multiple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But keep in mind, this is a police officer that we're looking at that's actually driving. I think this is a police vehicle. Maybe it's not because I don't see that many police markings. Obviously, it might not be, but she's breathing. They drive off, or at least they pull into this gas station here, and it looks like he ends up saving her life. She wasn't eating anything, the captions are saying. Just a wild story, man. Just a wild story and a quick turn of events, and just to let you know how quickly things can turn. So I believe he rescued her, and we're going to go ahead and go on with our story. And if you just see there that the police ended up popping up later on in that video, another reason to, once again, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that when you do need police for emergency situations, they might be 5 to 10 minutes away, y'all. Okay, so as much as your favorite online protectors like to say that they're protecting you from the insidious, devilish black man that's waiting around the corner to kill you, most likely they're not going to be able to actually physically do anything to actually protect you if there is an insidious black man hiding around the corner to kill you. So what I advise to you to do is something that no content creators advise you to do, which is to go get your firearms license, which is to go make sure that you have some kind of pepper spray or electrical taser on you, which is to make sure that you have a blade that's legal to carry in your state, that's longer or that's shorter than the length of your the palm, because when something does happen, nobody's going to be there. No kind words are going to rescue you. Just keep that in mind. We're moving forward. We have a good guest to talk about today's topic today, which is Michael B. freaking Jordan and Lori Harvey. So what you're looking at right now is a couple of the Lori Harvey's Instagram, Snapchat, Michael B. Jordan, Snapchat, Instagram kind of pages and things like that. And I was speaking to one of our channel members and a subscriber, and we were in correspondence back and forth, and it was fascinating to me to listen to the conversation that she had and the details and the intricacies and the knowledge that she had on this situation. And I asked her to come onto the panel. I said, can you please come onto the panel, because I feel like this is some hard-hitting stuff, and we can finally begin what a lot of guys, a lot of brothers out there want me to do and talk about, which is the women's accountability. All right, we have finally made it. M87 the Great. We have finally made it. We are finally here at the women's accountability type of section. Unfortunately, you know how I do it here in the women's accountability section. We're not going to necessarily do it the way that you think we're going to do it. We're not going to have the same points to which you think that we would have. Now, as I bring our guest on, Orchid Mantis. Orchid Mantis, are you there? We'll make sure that everybody is in the building. Okay, Orchid Mantis is there. Good deal. Well, I'll ask you a question in 1 second, Orchid Mantis. Let me just say this, though, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Michael B. Jordan knew what the deal was. Michael B. Jordan knew what it was going into it. And yes, surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen, some women out there play the game just like guys do. All right, but we know that. Orchid, we know that, don't we?
Yes.
Now, what do you think Michael B. Jordan was honestly trying to do in this relationship? Do you think this was a real relationship? Because I know a lot of people are saying it wasn't real, but it looked like it was real to me. So I think it was a real relationship. Do you think it was a real relationship?
Yes, I think it was a real relationship.
Now, what exactly, because I know we talked the other day, but what exactly do you think happened?
Well, I think that it was the classic, the case of the squirrel is what I call it. So the case of the squirrel is where Michael B. Jordan wasn't a victim, he was a squirrel. Now, it is known, like, with Michael B. Jordan in the past, he kept most of his dating history private, but with Lori, he made it very public, right?
Right.
So he wanted to show her off. He wanted to show off the prize that he had. And as I was, contemplating on this scenario here, the case of the squirrel, two songs came to mind. The old song is some songs from the 80s. That song called Poison, Don't Trust the Big Butt and the Smile. And then the second song is Man Eater, right? And now, if you look at some interviews with Michael B. Jordan, he fell for that smile. And Lori has a really nice smile, warm. She doesn't look threatening at all. But Lori was poison, and Lori was a man eater. So he went for the shiny thing, and he thought he was different. And I'm going to quote the Man Eater song. It says, "Sitting with you, but her eyes were on the door. And if you're in it for love, you won't get too far." And then it says, "Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you out." And it says, "Many will pay to see what you think that you're getting for free," right? So Lori Harvey is a runaway bride. The beauty is there, but the beast is in her heart. So
I'm dropping bombs. Listen, we're watching clips of it. Just a second ago, it was Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan boxing and everything. I know you saw it too. Yo, we have Orchid Mantis. I had to drop another bomb there, bringing up the Man Eater song. If y'all don't know, if you're the babies that we talked about who don't know what a VCR is, the song sounds like, "Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater." Right? Something like that. So, and it pretty much describes what Lori, now I know y'all. Okay. Now, we're going to get to the devil's advocate. I get Lori Harvey is just doing what a lot of guys are doing, but I'm going to have to be honest here. Now, you and I both know, Orchid and I, everybody watching both knows that guys aren't out here dating like that, y'all, anymore. It's 2022. It's about to be 2023, 2020, motherfucking 50. Guys are not out here dating like that anymore. They don't have options like that anymore. They just don't. Now, Michael B. Jordan does, okay? Michael B. Jordan does have options. And this kind of is going to lead to another problem later on. But let's stick on this man eater topic and conversation as we have Orchid Mantis in the building. Now, do you think that she knew that Michael B. Jordan knew that she was a man eater? And now you mentioned that he was trying to say that he was different. Do you think that she knew that he knew that she was toxic, or do you?
Well, he knew that she was highly coveted, and that because
coveted.
I had like a
okay, so
like
she's coveted, not necessarily toxic, but she's coveted. That was the wrong word for me to use.
Yeah, she's highly coveted, and
Right.
And she is like a diamond. She's really shiny. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants that if they can have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's
and it's
a
not just
saying-
because of the looks, but she has a lot of money too. She comes from Steve Harvey's family, man. That's a prestigious name that she's got.
right, and she has a charm. She has a softness about her, like a really natural softness. Like she just looks pleasurable to be around, right?
Right.
But there's a saying that I have: if it's too shiny and if it's highly coveted, even though you can afford it, put it back, because you will risk coming up short. You know, and there's a reason why it sits on the shelf. So keep that in mind. Lori Harvey has been trained properly on how to date because she doesn't have kids to show for it. She's not a baby mama. She roster dates. Lori Harvey has a track history. So I identify her as like a runaway bride, right? So she's on a mission, and she won't settle until she finds the right scenario or the right guy. She might have an image of a guy that she wants in her head. She might want specific things, just like men won't settle for women that they don't want because they AKA high value. So she knows her worth, she knows her value in the market, and nobody can hate on that. Right?
Dropping the bombs for you. You know, that's when you put it that way, it's hard to really make her seem like a toxic person. And we're watching them in the aquarium. Listen, he rented the entire aquarium, y'all. If you see the little, thing, the subtitles and the caption, he rented the entire aquarium for her. She said they were supposed to be going to look at the turtles. He rented the entire aquarium. How's that, huh? Of course, now Michael B. Jordan, he's a movie star. I mean, we're talking about tens of millions of dollars movie star. Now, he's not a billionaire, but he's tens of millions of dollars. He's not Rihanna potential, who was that billionaire guy Rihanna had? Who knows? Whatever his name was, he's not up there. But he's Michael B. Jordan, right? He's definitely Michael B. Jordan. Now, I want to, and I'm getting caught in these pictures, this is such a travesty, man. This is such a travesty. But let's talk about Lori being raised to properly date. Or as a lot of people would say, improperly date. Because a lot of people are probably going to be like, what do you mean properly date? Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm turning my fans down. Give me 1 second. I'm turning my fans down. What do you mean that she was raised to properly date? What does that mean?
There's an old saying in the Black community, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that means open up your options and exercise your options, because sometimes you might be with one person and waste years and years of your time. The time span for women is short compared to men when in the world of dating and having kids. So you have to be smarter in your approach. You have to have a wider net and then sort through the fish that you catch. Throw the ones back out that's poisonous, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we have to operate and move in a certain way. It may seem harsh, but men naturally do this all the time.
Right, and that's kind of what the host of The View was saying at the end. Now, we're going to go ahead and watch that together really quickly. And this was the video that I got, the intro from. And we're going to watch the entire thing in its entirety. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks like 22-year-old Lori Harvey has adopted her stepdad's think like a man approach by playing the field with many eligible bachelors. Lori, after calling off her engagement, was rumored to be seeing rapper Future for a while, but those rumors ended when Future clapped back at her after seeing pictures of her hanging out with Trey Songz. However, Lori recently deleted pictures of her and Trey off Instagram, and soon after was seen hanging out with Diddy's son, Justin Combs. She's also been recently linked to British race car driver Lewis Hamilton.
Nice.
And get this, rumor has it, Meek Mill tried to holler at her, but she wasn't interested. People on Twitter have found it extremely refreshing that Lori is basically doing what so many men do. Like user I am Mark Landry, who said, Lori Harvey, the first black woman to successfully pull a U on you. Hashtag Black History Month. That's hilarious. So, ladies, do you respect Lori's dating hustle?
First of all, she ain't the first black woman to do that, all right? I just want to make that
Lonnie!
clear. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've always thought that if you are not married, ladies especially, you should absolutely be out there openly dating to get to know your
Yo, the manosphere is like right now.
yourself and what you like. I'm all about that. And I want to be clear, no matter what you call it, here we call it multi-dating, which means openly dating to get to know people. It also means if you're
Multi-dating? I haven't heard that before. Jeez, that's a new one. We have to make another video. Coach Greg Adams is probably in wait like, oh, Jesus.
on an app, you're multi-dating. However that means, multi-dating does not mean you're multi-doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
not
saying?
sleeping with
You are
everyone.
not to assume that somebody else is out there. And if you are, that's your prerogative. But it's not cool to just assume that a
All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep it right there. Now, a lot of the ladies and a lot of women, right, are going to support the multi-dating type of thing. Now, it's 2022, and we know that, Orchid Mantis. So, having said that, is multi-dating something that, is right for her? I mean, should she just multi-date for a while until when? Or when? How does multi-dating work in this case?
Because no one knows for sure if Lori Harvey slept with any of those guys.
Right.
It's just assumed like she's a like a lady because she doesn't speak. She doesn't tell the secret. She's always mysterious, right? So, like for example, celibacy is a good way to what they call it? What's the right word? To sort out, to validate that person. Like if you're celibate, then you have the prime opportunity to find out the person's character, morals, sincerity, and he, like, Lord knows if Michael B. Jordan did that, but like the superficial got him caught up clearly.
The superficial got him caught up clearly. Now, everybody pretty much for the most part knows like how Lori Harvey, I mean, it was Diddy. Then I think, wasn't it like Diddy's son that she was with the first or something like that too?
Yeah, allegedly his son. Like she moves on kind of like she has a duration and she has a history.
All right. So she obviously has a colorful dating history because she can, and we don't know if she's being sensual. And listen, it's not wrong to date, ladies and gentlemen. We said that it's not wrong to date. It's not wrong to date. I think the problem comes in is, and I think we have to put more of the issue on Michael B. Jordan in this case, even though Michael B. Jordan technically didn't do anything wrong, right? Or did he? Did he do something wrong by choosing her?
I would say because she was highly coveted, you have to have the idea also that you could be outbid at any time, even if you can afford it.
And let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell y'all something, particularly gentlemen, fellas. Here's the deal and the reality. All right, when you go after women like Harvey or Harvey, I'm gonna get flamed for that. They're gonna be like, "See, we knew he was gay." When you go after women like Lori, right? When you go after women like Lori, of that class, that level of look, right? Because she's a very, very, very attractive person, right? More so than most people, right? Women already have a severe option, a severely more opulent option in dating pool than men do. Now, we know that. Everybody knows that. This is why a lot of guys have such a big problem with this types of story and these types of instances and situations, right? Because they look at Michael B. Jordan and say, well, listen, if Michael B. Jordan can't keep the woman, then what luck is there for any of us? But it's not necessarily even about Michael B. Jordan. It's more about the woman. Because in reality, y'all, Michael B. Jordan shouldn't have a problem holding down any woman, but it's got to be the right woman. Well, I can't say that. He shouldn't have a problem holding down a woman, a good woman, or an attractive woman, if you will, right? He's Michael B. Jordan. But once again, right? Once again, a lot of you guys fail to really understand the reality, or you fail to accept the reality. And that's kind of the red pill rage type of thing that a lot of guys go through, where after the breakup, after you realize, after this, after that, after, you kind of, come to understand that, okay, I slipped on myself a little bit. Okay, well, you know what? I did things right, but hey, she just decided to cheat because it is what it is. And women just have more options in 2022. Women have more possibilities in 2022. She found a better guy than you, so she ended up dipping. Her love changed. Maybe her love for you wasn't really the same. I mean, I've heard and I've seen it explained, women love differently from men, and they do. I'll be honest with you, women do love differently from men, but that's not to say that you still can't find a person in most stages of your life to find that will actually love you and love you intensely the way that you deserve. I guarantee you that you can really find it. But are you actually going to want to go or chase after that person as well? Because she might not look like Lori Harvey. She might not have the name of Lori Harvey or the bank account of Lori Harvey or the car that Lori Harvey has or the friends or the status circle. She might not even have the friends of Lori Harvey. So you have to be honest and be very accepting with what you want and what you're going after as a guy, because the shinier that something shines, the more expensive it costs, okay? So let me just go ahead and say that one more time. And I'm not trying to compare women to cars or anything like that. I'm just trying to be really realistic about the value, the worth, the what somebody sees their own self-worth as. And when you have something like Orchid Manta said, somebody that's extremely coveted and the competition is fierce, and when we're talking about A-list competition too here, right? Now, obviously, Michael B. Jordan is A-list, but still, when the competition is fierce, yeah, you can get outbid at any given time. Not to mention, let's go ahead and talk about this, okay? Lori Harvey is 25 years old. Michael B. Jordan is 34 years old, okay? So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the the reality here, once again, a lot of you guys in the manosphere love talking about going after junior college girls, and things of that nature. You make it seem like, okay, going after the younger girl is good, it's normal, it's biologically acceptable because she's going to be looking at you for your resources. You're going to be looking at her for this. You're going to be looking at her for that. But you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that in 2022, it's a bit of a different day and age. It's not necessarily as much of a resource-intensive process as far as the relation and dating goes for women, because in 2022 they have access to a lot of guys, and if you have access to a lot of guys, then most likely a few of them have resources, and if you have anything somewhat of attraction scale number of 6, 7, or 8, then those resources will be given to you freely, without even asking, to be quite honest with you. All right, so the need to find a guy that is severely well established and financially well off dwindles the more attractive, to be honest with you, a woman gets. The more attractive she gets, the more guys and the more options that she has. The more options that she has means the more competition that you now have. So if you want a woman or that Instagram baddie or the OnlyFans baddie who you continually pay for month after month after month, and I know some of them are bad, don't get me wrong, I've seen some of them too, right? If you continuously do that month after month after month and kind of fail to understand really what you're asking for, then you end up running into a Michael B. Jordan problem situation where he's devastated, she's devastated, but of course she's going to move on. She's going to be fine. Michael's going to take a little bit longer to get over it, though, right? Michael's going to take a little bit longer to get over it. So, Orchid, my next question for you is this. Is there any guy for a Lori Harvey, would you say?
Yes, there's a special guy out there that can hold her down, because it's like I don't know why I keep referencing songs, but there's an old song with Dorothy Dandridge called That's Love. But sometimes with women it's a little bit backwards. So it's like the person who can make her feet land and make her stay. It's kind of like the same with a man and a woman. If you can get the mind and heart of a person, then they stay, no matter what the circumstances are. And back to what we were talking about, like because she's highly coveted, you could be outbid, you can lose your investment altogether, you could be robbed, or you can lose your value and deteriorate in the process.
Jeez. Okay, so it's all possibilities that could happen. It's something that could happen on your end, you not being as sharp as you were, maybe as cut, ripped, and your money went down, your money got lower. And with somebody like her, I mean, you might not have time to apologize, and give her roses before she's out the door, right? And that's just kind of the way it is.
Right. And every man wants arm candy, but it's like there's a real question, like you mentioned earlier, like, can you truly have it all? And like choosing wrong, like can you live with the fact that somebody can be with you for what you have and not truly love you, or wait for you to croak?
And here's the thing, and this is something else I want to say. You said something huge. When you, like, guys want the baddies and things like that, this like that. But when you have a woman who's really, really curvy, voluptuous, very, really nice body, she's got the big hips, the big butt, or big breast, and everything's glowing and shining in the sundress, yada yada yada. Everybody's gonna be looking at her. Everybody's gonna be looking at her, guys and girls. You got competition from both sides, from all sides, whatever side you affiliate with. I don't even. There's more than guys and girls. Guys, girls, they, them, he, she. Whatever side you put yourself on, you got competition from everybody. And sometimes that alone can be enough to actually start problems in relationships. I remember one of my homies one time was having we were all in college at the time, and we were all dating. We all had, we were all pretty not successful in our dating, but we were all good-looking people, right? So we were out eating, and she was wearing, really, really, in all fairness, she was wearing a really revealing dress type of deal, and they ended up getting in an argument when we were smoking at the hookah lounge, right? Type of deal, and I understood both sides type of deal. But what it was more of was him finally kind of accepting and understanding that there are people looking at your girl right now. And one of those people looking at your girl sitting across at table 63, drives a Porsche 911 Carrera GT, and he looks like he's about, a 43-year-old white guy, and he just looks like money. I'll be honest. The nigga looks like money. He looked like money, man. I was like, woo, he's got money. We were at Chef Point. If you don't know what Chef Point is a restaurant that's inside of a gas station. It's like a 5-star restaurant. It was trash. I was like, what the this is horrible. The margarita, the drinks were good, but the food was trash. I don't know how he got rated 5 stars. But yeah. So they end up getting to an argument, yada yada yada. But it's mainly because of his insecurities. It's mainly because of him understanding finally what he got. He got what he wished for. He got the baddie. You got the bad chick. But along with that comes so much, and it's kind of like when you get a lot of money, it's a great thing, but there's a lot that comes with it too. Depending on what type of person you are, you might become paranoid that people start following you or chasing you, or your family starts calling you, or you might, become a really, a reclusive type person because you're tired of people asking you for stuff and you don't want people to find you, and you finally want to just go do what you want to do, but people expect you to help. I mean, it seems like when you get what you want to be a good thing, but I'm telling you all, sometimes it's not. And I think Michael B. Jordan learned that lesson in this case. Once again, though, it's not necessarily her fault or his fault. However, I do think that Michael didn't quite understand, or maybe he was under the guy's or her spell, quote unquote, if you will. Would you say that? Orchid, that he was under her spell a little bit?
Yeah, she had her special perfume that enticed him. He took a bite of the forbidden fruit.
He took a bite of the forbidden fruit for sure. Let's look at some comments really quickly. Talking about Lori Harvey right now. We got Orchid Mantis in the building. Let's see what y'all think about this. Y'all's comments. All right, here we go. Y'all's counting. What's going down at 40? I have no idea what's going down at 40. Even in recent data, Americans who are getting married are doing so in their 30s, not 20s, and women nowadays are having babies in their 30s and 40s. Hazel Green, I want to say something that I was talking about and that I found out the other day. So apparently, and I don't know who I was watching. I forget who I was watching. Maybe it was Woman's Fear or somebody. I forget. Apparently, and I don't even think it was Women's Fear. I take that back. The data from women having children decreasing or significantly going down. Hold on, did my camera? I think my phone died. Hold on a second. Did my camera die? Okay, no. The data on women having children like decreasing significantly after a certain age is from like 1700. It's crazy, man. I don't know who said this, but a lady said this on a panel recently. The data is from like the year 1700. The same thing with the BMI or the body mass index measurement thing. Like that's from 18-something. This is from 1700. So the actual study and the actual data shows that women into their early 40s, I believe from like 25 to 35 or something like that, it declines like 5%, right? And then from like 35 to 42, I want to say it declines like 3%. So it's like a 7% decline from 25 to 42. It was something ridiculous. I was like, whoa. I missed that statistic, but it sounds about right. And I talked about this, and I said this before. I said that women are having children later. I thought it was because of in vitro and other different, fertilization type of processes that we had because of the modern advance of technology. But apparently, it's actually because the true nature of it is that women just have kids later than everybody talks and gives credit for. Now, I know that there's an argument about whether the child will have health and this, and that. From what I saw and from what I heard on that live stream, the risk and everything like that, it really isn't as detrimental per se as everybody makes it out, especially the manosphere and Kevin Samuels and those guys, as much as they make it out to seem. Now, I'm a guy talking about this, so I don't know, but I'm just telling you the words that I heard from a woman. So keep that in mind. Take that for what you will. And I'll read y'all's chats. I just opened my dang music software program. I hope that doesn't mess up my audio. Hopefully not. Okay. Y'all should still be able to hear me. If you can't, I'm looking at the comments. Hazel Green said, yep, women are still very fertile at 40. Yeah, that's what I thought. Seeking Him Daily said, my mother had 2 in her early 30s, and her last 2 in her early 40s, me as one of them. Wow. Seeking Him Daily said, wow. Golden Pisces said, I've seen 50-year-old pregnant women, LOL. Yeah. Santi TV says, I don't want to be fertile in my 40s on up. No, thank you. Santi doesn't want to be fertile. I feel you, Santi. I feel you. Well, you can, thanks to technology, you can do whatever you like. Yeah. Linlin says, also, people really overestimate fertility. The biology clock is real. While we're saying wait until 30s or 40s, are you checking on your eggs to be sure it even be possible? Well, Linlin, we just got done talking about that. Apparently, it's not as bad, right? It's not as bad as we're thinking. Now, maybe Linlin, to your point and to your credit, you'd be, safe looking into making sure that from the get-go, right, from an earlier age, that everything's okay with your eggs if you're a woman and this, and that, right? And I think that all obviously happens with the doctor's visits and things like that, right? So Learning IT says, it's okay to date and break up. It's normal. It's a part of dating. They'll both be fine. Absolutely. And let's be honest here, right, y'all? Nobody expects Lori Harvey and freaking, nobody expects Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey to stay together forever, right? Nobody expected that. But the reaction that I'm seeing from a lot of guys shows me that y'all don't even know what type of woman to choose to begin with. Because if I'm the type of dude that's dating a Lori Harvey, it's already understood from the jump and from the get-go that this is not going to be a long-lasting type of deal, right? It's just not going to be. It's not designed to be, especially at that particular moment in her life. She doesn't even want to, nor, it's questionable, should she even settle down? I don't know. But I can tell you that if she did lead him on into thinking like it would be some type of forever type of thing and she really did have him in the spell and yada, 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 then yeah, she's wrong for that for sure. If Michael B. Jordan really had no idea that she wasn't planning on staying with him forever and he really did think that they were going to be together forever and he really put everything into the relationship, then yeah, she's wrong for that for sure. And I think a lot of women do know that silently, but they'll kind of just dismiss it because they'll say a lot of guys do it too, which some guys do it. But in 2022, most guys don't have the ability to date nearly as much as women do. So if you are with a guy that does do that or multi dates, most likely he's a player. He's either a good looking guy, he's either got status, he's either got money or something along that lines, and he won't be as affected by it per se. Now, I don't know if Michael B. Jordan's a player, yada, 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 but it seems like he was really into her. Yeah. It seems like everybody that's really into her or that likes her is really into her. As a matter of fact, the most infamous guy who was into her was a rapper named Future, was so into her that he not only made a song about her, he made a song dissing her father. He dissed her father, yo. That's how into her he was. And if you're looking at the clips right now of the birthday, I want you to notice how excited and how happy Future looked while Lori Harvey was taking pictures of her candles. So in this scene right here, you'll see Future, and he's in that shirt. Look how excited he looks. This is like a gangster trap, man. Trap. All we do is trap. Rapper, man. And he was excited to bring his girl's cake outside. Look at that. Look at him. He didn't even know what to do. And then the very next scene, he was like, okay, you know what? F Steve, F everybody else. F Steve, F everybody else. Hey, things changed really quickly, right? Having said that, Organic Bike says, I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what she did wrong. It's not necessarily what she did wrong, right? It's not necessarily what she did wrong. So the title says, How to Find a Loyal Woman, okay? How to find a loyal woman, all right? A woman like Lori Harvey most likely is not going to be loyal to you. At least not at that particular moment in her life. How do you know that? Well, she's extremely popular. She's got a ton of people that are after her, right? In essence, you are just a drop in the bucket if you are a guy. I'll be quite frank and honest with you. You are. You just are. There are levels to it, right? And that's just the reality of the situation. And I don't know if Michael B. Jordan was competing at the same level that Lori Harvey was competing at. That's part of the problem, right? That's part of the problem. It's not anything that Lori did. But if I'm giving advice and if I'm going in Organic, I'm not going at you, Organic. So thank you for asking that question. If I'm giving advice to Michael or guys like him or all the guys that are like, oh my God, Lori's such a horrible person, what I would say is that Lori Harvey from the get-go, you should know after being in all the relationships with the kind of, listen, there's nothing wrong with dating a lot, but let's be honest. Lori doesn't have the best, okay? Lori doesn't have the best outlook publicly on her public image, all right? Dating Diddy and his son, that's a little weird to me. I'm sorry. That's a little weird to me. I'm going to be honest. Organic Black said loyal about what, though? Organic Black said loyal about what? They dated, they then broke up. Did she cheat on him? No. She didn't cheat on him. Not that I know of. Not that I know about. Loyal about what? Loyal to find a woman who's going to stick with you. So she ended up leaving him, Organic Black. That's why we're talking about loyalty in this case, right? So she didn't cheat on him, but she ended up leaving him. She initiated the divorce, or so the news articles say, right? Let's just look it up to make sure that she initiated the divorce. Lori Harvey, Michael B. Jordan. Hold on, my bad, Orchid. Give me 1 second. So the articles are messy. Steve Harvey confirms Michael B. Jordan is losing the breakup. Lori Harvey's mom, Majority, shares cryptic post after Michael B. Jordan breakup. Michael B. Jordan makes first public opinion. Both completely why Michael B. Jordan allegedly broke up. I forget the dang article that I saw. Lori Harvey wipes Michael B. Jordan from Instagram after split. I saw some kind of article. It pretty much said that she broke up with him, so bombs. And so that would, in that case, mean that if he was still loyal to her, per se, or if he's still... Now, let's be honest, Organic. Let's be honest, and everybody here. Organic asked a good question. Hey, look, they got together and they broke up. But let's be honest. If Michael B. Jordan did everything right, if he did everything right, I don't know what that means. If he did everything right and she split with him, wouldn't that make her wrong? Give it a second. We are on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question. Wouldn't that make her wrong? Let me ask y'all, guys, dang it. Let me ask y'all. All right, we're going to take it to the polls. We're taking it to the polls because I need to know, Organic Black needs to know, the best mod on YouTube. F what you mean. Hey, shout out to you, Dana. Is Lori wrong for leaving her seventh relationship within the past y'all know I'm trash. I'm throwing shade for sure. Within the past year. There's my question there. Take some time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guess what? After a while, what you're going to start seeing instead of the music, what you're going to start seeing in a little bit is commercials right here. You're going to start seeing commercials, not like actual commercials. It's going to be me doing stuff, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, let's go to the people. We got some Lori stands in the chat. Taylor Swift was a serial dater. What in the heck, said Queen Gigi? We about to look at Taylor. White collar chick. She's just like her mom. This doesn't surprise me. Ooh, geez, just like her mom. My goodness. Just like her mom. What's up with her mom? Organic Black. Miss Orchid, what is her mom, or what's going on with her mom?
Her mom is a strategic player in the world of dating. So she the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, just like her mother, her mother's Marjorie, or I can't say her name, Marguerite or whatever. But she had, I think she was like dating a kingpin, a drug kingpin in her past or something like that. So she herself made poor choices in men, but she cleaned it up and got Steve Harvey with her rule book or whatever. Like, she has a really good playbook.
Her playbook. So now they both brought kids, her and Steve Harvey, to the relationship and to their marriage, right?
Right.
Okay, so ended up working out. Are they still married to this day?
Yes, they're still married, happily married.
Shoot, there you go. I know everybody's always talking trash about Steve and think like a man or whatever. But hey, the proof in the pudding. I know marriage isn't everything it used to be. I know. Now, okay, so she's just like her mom, but her mom ended up figuring it out eventually. Jesus, I shouldn't have said that. her mom ended up getting with a good guy because we don't know if that drug dealer guy, made it out to seem like he was really a nice guy. He could have been, you never know. Guys can be tricky sometimes. So we're not just going to say that she automatically chose a bad guy, but she probably did. But she learned from it, and she's doing better now. So I want to look at the results. Thank you for that comment there. Thank you, Miss Orchid. We'll come right back to you in 1 second. I want to look at the results of the poll. I know we don't have that many people watching. But just to kind of see what y'all are thinking and saying, just to see what y'all are thinking and saying. Oh, my goodness. 83% said no. I have 2 yeses. Somehow I have 2 yeses on here. 83% out of 18 votes say no. Lori's not wrong for leaving her, her 7th relationship. She's not Steve's biological daughter. If y'all don't know that, she is not Steve's biological daughter. Hey, Dimitri's back in the building. Jada, what? Juju says we ain't about to compare Jada to this young lady. Jada ain't completely. Can you compare Jada Orchid to?
My personal beliefs on Jada is that she's a complicated individual, and Will knew that, and apparently he liked it.
He said he liked it.
He did.
Hey, some of y'all guys out there do like the crazy women. Some of y'all do like the crazy women. I'll be honest with you. And I was talking about this the other day, right? I'll be honest. It is entertaining. What I just posted on my community tab the other day, I think Uppity was talking about me on a live or something like that. And I was, just looking at everything going on. I was like, this is actually pretty entertaining, to be fair. It is entertaining. The drama is extremely entertaining. And it's actually kind of fun taking part in it. As sad as it is to say, I'm honest, it is a little fun taking part in the drama in the bull. It is. I hate to say it. So sometimes guys do like the woman that's going to come down, scratch his car up. Sometimes guys do like the woman who's going to come. Just throw them out of the car while they're going highway, breakneck speeds on the highway. Sometimes guys like that. They do. But they make it seem like they don't want to admit it. Do you think guys like crazy girls sometimes, Orchid?
They have, from what I hear the pure confessions. They love it. They absolutely. They said the sex is great. It's amazing. So that's what they always say.
Orchid, you haven't lied today. I tell you what, I think that you're right. That's the same thing I hear. And I've even had guys who would tell me, and man, they ramble off the list. The girl cheated on them. This happened. And he's sitting here asking me, one of my old managers, what should I do? And I'm like, bruh, what do you mean? What's going on, bro? We talked about it for hours. And I think it clicked in my mind at one point that he actually likes it. He likes her and he loves her for sure, but he does like the drama and always having something. It was like it almost gave him something to do in his real life. It's like it almost gave him something to live for, essentially. When he got off of work, it was like, who knows what's going to happen today type of deal. And I think that toxic relationship trait is evident in a lot of people's relationships. And it's masked in the form of always calling your friend and complaining about that guy, or calling your friend and complaining about that girl for the millionth time. Where it's like, oh no, you just actually like the drama and you actually like the trauma. What do you think about that, Orchid?
Right. They'll be back with him tomorrow, and it's roses and easy street and what is it? The yellow brick road again.
Absolutely. Now, Orchid, I want to ask you, because a lot of people don't think that Lori's doing anything wrong right here, but Michael B. Jordan at 35 years old, do you think that he was looking for Lori to settle down with?
Yes, he was looking. I'm pretty sure he made his intentions clear from the jump. And so I would say, I'm pretty sure because he knows what he wants. He has the status, and I would say, for men because women have the options, but men control the marriage rate, right?
Right.
I don't care what people say about that, but I would say for men, while you're at the jewelry store, know that you have options. Like, you have nice gems, but you can change the metals and still get the quality gem, or you can switch it the other way around. You can get an amber, you can get a diamond, you can get a pearl, you can get a ruby, You can get a Morganite, but it comes with a lot of maintenance.
Whew.
So you know what you're going for and stop playing yourself. Not a victim. He was a squirrel.
Well, I tell you what, that is an absolute word right there. Now, I'm going to read the comments because I want to see what some of the ladies are saying, but that is 100% I agree with, at least. You know, I don't know if it's, I don't know, you know, obviously these are all our opinions, but that is huge right there. That is why we titled it the way we titled it. It's understanding what you're getting and what comes with it. It doesn't make Lori wrong per se, but if you want blind loyalty, you're probably not going to get it.
And when we take up
From shout out to Shelby.
and when we take up the cross of Christ, we're saying goodbye to sin, goodbye to lying.
When you take up the cross of Lori Harvey's, you're not going to find a woman that has undying servitude, loyalty to you. You're just not going to find that. What do you think about that, Orchid? Or am I saying that wrong? Or you understand?
There's a possibility, but it's very slim. It's very rare.
What now? I know it that would hinge on a certain type. I mean, a mega type of guy at this point, to be honest with you, right? Because, and what do you think about this? Do you think that because Lori does date, you know, more than most? I want to say it. Lori does date a lot. She publicly does date a lot. So we know. So we see, right? She dates a good amount. Would you say that with each new date that it becomes just a little bit? I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. What I'm trying to say is this. I think you're right about, and I'll come back to this point in a second, but I think you said something really, really interesting. And that's that Michael B. Jordan probably made his intentions clear from the jump. At 35, this, and that. But let's be honest, though. Michael B. Jordan was probably trying to hold down Lori Harvey forever, right? I mean, everybody is probably trying to hold down Lori Harvey forever. All guys who end up dating are probably trying to hold it down forever. So when it comes down to the loyalty aspect, that's why I have it in the title again, is that I think that going into it, the loyalty that you were expecting wouldn't have ever been able to happen to begin with, because that's just not the type of person and the type of time that she is living in, right? And it doesn't make it right or wrong, but if you're looking for loyalty, she's not the person to find undying loyalty in. Lori Harvey's moving 1,000,000 miles an hour right now, and so is Michael B. Jordan. But there's a 10-year age difference. One is, you know, a huge socialite in Hollywood. The other is an actor who, you know, arguably we'll see where his career is at in the next 5 to 10 years. Lori might know that. What do you think, Orchid?
Right. I think that she's considering like long term. Like I feel like she wants long money, and she also wants other things that's on her specific list.
Right.
But like, once again, like when you choose a woman like that, keep in the back of your head, outbid, loss of investment, robbed, and depreciation of value.
And so it's I mean, pretty much, and I know to y'all's points and to the credit, yes, we get that people don't stay together forever. We definitely get that. The point of this is to simply prove that the articles are saying that they're both heartbroken, right? We know Michael B. Jordan's hurting, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Michael B. Jordan is in pain right now. Like, I don't care what you say. Michael B. Jordan's hurting right now, for sure, right?
Oh,
he's hurting. So the reason he's hurting is because the reason that he's most likely hurting, if he's not, I'm just assuming that the articles are right. The article said they're both completely crushed and damaged. Orchid, I mean, do you think that she's crushed and damaged right now?
I think she's crushed about 15 to 24%.
I'm about to say, I don't know if Lori Harvey's crushed right now. She's probably okay. You know,
sometimes you feel a little tinge, like the more that time passes, you'll start to grow on a person. So she probably missed his scent or his favorite towels in the bathroom. I'm pretty sure like 15 to 24%. She feels a little crushed. Maybe she can't walk around in one of his properties. She feels something.
Okay, yeah, she definitely feels something. I agree with you there. I think that he feels everything. She feels something. He feels everything right now. And to be fair, that's where most relationships are in 2022. I think because the women do hold more of the power. They just do. They hold access to, sensual conquest. They do. A woman decides whether or not she wants to date you. And if a woman walks up to you and says, hey, you're cute, you're a lot more willing to give her your phone number than the other way around. You know what I mean? So he's definitely going to be feeling a little bit more than she is by nature, by default, but also by context. Mm-hmm. Because he is another one publicly, right, that it just didn't work out with.
Yeah, another one bites the dust, because sometimes guys don't pay attention, because like your ego can cause you have to be real direct when you're dating with intention. So you can't let your looks go to your head, your ego, your status go to your head. You have to be paying attention at all times. Like if you're growing if you started from seed with that person and you're growing with that person, you still have to watch your investment. Don't get carried away. Don't start feeling yourself and thinking about the options you could have too, because it could go both ways as well.
It's true. That's true. CJ says, I can't imagine being villainized like this just for breaking up with my boyfriend. Lindora says, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, y'all, we're not vilifying Lori Harvey, okay? We're not vilifying anybody. We're simply trying to give guys who are vilifying Lori Harvey a reasonable explanation as to why Lori Harvey does what she does and why Michael B. Jordan should have done what he did, which was to keep things extremely casual with her and to just lightly date. Don't fall in love. Don't do this and don't do that. The problem is, once again, CJ, a lot of guys, right, are villainizing her. We're not doing it here, but we are pointing out the fact that the loyalty that these guys are looking for inside of a woman isn't going to be found inside of a Lori Harvey at age 25. That's just a fact. So it's not vilifying Lori. It's just being real about the situation. She's not looking to settle down right now, and other guys expect her to want to settle down right now. If you want a woman to settle down, the best way to do it is to not date a Lori Harvey, period. What were you going to say?
And for both parties, like when you enter a relationship, the risk of heartbreak is for both parties.
Absolutely.
But in this case, Lori played her cards well. Now, if Michael B. Jordan did not make this relationship public, he could have recovered in private and he would have kind of been okay. But it's a major loss to him and his emotions, because he may not go public again. Or he may not be in a rush. He might go back to like not wanting to commit or just playing the field, because I put the accountability on him, because he's the one that wanted to marry her. He's the one that had the intentions to make her wifey material. And I would say that she simply wasn't a good fit for him, because he wasn't paying attention. And nobody's making her. I feel that she played her cards well. And everybody should be paying attention and get your heads out the clouds. Pay very close attention when you're in relationships. Get out your feelings and stop being all googly and pay attention.
Absolutely. I think a lot of times we try and turn somebody into a person that they aren't. Right? We see somebody through the love goggles, through the love glasses, through the love shades, and it's like, oh, well, you know what? They're so this and they're so that, and when things are good, they're really good, and you end up trying to want all of those qualities inside of that person, and they might not have all those qualities. They might have some qualities and then some detractions, and they might have other qualities that you never thought were a quality that you love as well. So detractions that you never thought that you like or dislike, rather, right?
And you could look. I'm sorry to interrupt. You could look at it. You could look at an interview where they said, "What did you see in Lori Harvey?" And he was like, "Well, I learned some things that people didn't know about her." And that smile, oh, that smile. And that laugh, and there's like a clip of them laughing, like she whispered something. He was laughing louder than her. So I'm like, what? I didn't hear Lori's laugh at all. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, the way she laughs, like, no, you were laughing so loud that you drowned yourself out. So, that's a perfect example. Like, don't get caught up in the scene. There's a time and a place for everything. Yeah. But if it seems like he was more vested, because she's always pretty sharp-witted, and she has a good support system, and he does too, but he wasn't paying attention.
And you're absolutely right about that. That's huge right there. That's huge. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that for Michael. I think that's that would be the simp thing that a lot of the manosphere is like, oh, Michael B. Jordan was simping, right? So he got caught simping and she burned him type of deal. guys, right? Guys and gals, right? I'll always say this. Be with the person that wants to be with you, ladies and gentlemen. I can't say this clear enough. If you think I'm a hater, you think I'm whatever, it don't matter, because you'll find out soon enough that I tell the truth and I'm right about just about everything. But if you don't take anything else away from the live streams, in this case, be with the person that wants to be with you and that makes it unquestionably clear that they want to be with you. The person that truly wants to be with you most of the time is that person that is like you guys hate to be, the friend or getting friend zoned with the girl. Or it's oh, he's so nice, he's so sweet, he's so this, he's so that, right? But he's just too whatever. He's just too that. A lot of the times that could be that type of guy, right? Who goes out of his way to try and always talk to her and always do this and always do that and always do this, but she just doesn't like him for whatever reason. Right? Now, it could be that she has access to other guys. It could be that she just doesn't like him because he's not attractive or his personality. She doesn't have to like him per se. But if she did decide to go into a relationship with him, as long as he's somewhat healthy to a certain extent, he's probably going to be a lot more loyal to her than the captain of the football team, right? Now, does that mean that she shouldn't date the captain of the football team? No, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't date the captain of the football team. It just simply means that if you want a better boyfriend experience in high school and a more, I don't know, this is obviously a better experience. What does that even mean? Well, if you want a better, if you assumingly everything is constant, right? And the jock has more popularity, which he has more options, which in high school I assume that a middle-aged adolescent teenager would probably not have the actual intellectual or mental fortitude necessary to regulate themselves appropriately enough to actually see the characteristics and quality past a girl that's deeper than skin level. If you were to take that and just keep all things appropriate for the year that we live in 2022 with kids nowadays, she's probably going to have a lot better success with the guy that isn't the quarterback, like I said, isn't the best looking guy, if I'll be quite frank and honest with you, isn't the tallest guy, doesn't have the nicest car in the high school parking lot. You know what I mean? But these are all things we know. Now, we have given those terms in words and verbiage like settling per se, right? And I know that can take us on a whole nother rabbit trail. Orchid, I'll let you kind of finish out your thoughts here, and we're going to wind this thing down here in a little bit. But what are your final thoughts in conclusion with this entire thing?
My final thoughts is that my jury parable goes both ways, even for women. You might find a guy that's really handsome. Like for me, I go by something like I don't choose the ugly guy and I don't choose the pretty guy. Like I will avoid the most handsome looking men and the most ugly looking men because you get problems and obstacles, outbid, loss of investment. It goes both ways, people. So that's all I wanted to say is just open your eyes, pay attention, and don't be afraid to open your mind and swapping out silvers and metals and gems, and keep an open mind so you can get the right fit for you. And that's all I want to say.
Definitely. I appreciate that. Orchid, it's really been an honor having you on, and I really can't thank you enough. I appreciate you reaching out, and I appreciate you coming on, spending your time. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, okay?
Thanks. Bye.
Orchid Mantis with the most interesting picture I've seen probably in a long, this year. We'll definitely give her this year, right? We're closing out the Zoom. Let me stop my virtual camera there. I'm going to read some more of y'all's comments. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, you can donate to the Cash App that you see. It's Truth Seekers, $ Truth Seekers, SEEKRS. No E at the end of it. No E at the end of it. Sherelle says, I wouldn't date anyone in Hollywood. I also would not date anybody in Hollywood, especially if I was really, really famous, really, really rich, and it could have just about anybody in the world. Chavez Grenard says, I used to be so upset when ladies would pass me up for Pookie. Once I got more focused and matured, I was grateful. Let the toxic go to the toxic. You can go further without it in your life. Chavez with the freaking word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, if you take that advice that Chavez Grenard just gave you right there, Chav, I never apologize for, mispronouncing your name. I heard it pronounced a bit differently on another panel, and I was like, ooh, I think that's how you're supposed to say it. That sounds a lot better. If y'all take that advice and apply it to your lives, gentlemen, when you do get that sting or that burn, I've had the sting or burn too. where the girl goes after the guy that's a little bit more bad, a little bit more, a little taller, a little better built, a little more edgy than you. We've all felt that, guys. We've all felt it. We've all felt it since grade school, right? But trust me when I say there's a woman out there that'll make you feel like more of a rock star than she will ever make him feel. I guarantee you. But you'll never know that unless you let go of that hurt. Stop trying to chase loyalty in the dimes, the baddies. Stop trying to chase loyalty in the ones who aren't loyal to you. You need to open and broaden your horizons a bit. You need to open your eyes and expand your options, right? Not just with dating, but with life in general. That'll help you out a lot. Chavis with a great word there. Dimitri's in the building. Was he just blinded by her looks? She should be free to do whatever she wants, but what makes her wife material? Which is such a specific agreement between two people. Well, I don't know what makes her wife material. I think that when you have somebody like Lori Harvey, though, it is pretty easy to get blinded by the looks. And for guys, or at least for us, for men, looks definitely has and can contribute to the way that we feel about a woman. I mean, if she's very, very, very attractive, then I guess this is both sides, right? I guess both sides love good-looking people. We love good-looking people. Listen, Lori's a very good-looking person, exceptionally good-looking. And so I think when you have exceptional beauty like that, everybody's going to want to harness and make her a wife. I mean, why would you not want to wife up Lori Harvey, per se? I'm sure even women who don't like women would try and probably wife up Lori Harvey, or at least start to reconsider. You know what I mean? Make sure we like the video, ladies and gentlemen. We got the best mods in the building. Organic Black rocking the rainbow icon. She's been a member for a long time. It's good to have her back in the building. Tell you what, CJ says, I agree. If you're 35 dating a 25-year-old, you definitely shouldn't assume that they're eager to get married. CJ with another great comment of the night. Gentlemen, I hate to say it, Coach Greg Adams, we're going to end up talking about this in a little bit. I know that all of you guys in the manosphere believe in, and I titled this way too, for everybody kind of wondering why did you title it this way. It's because a lot of the guys in the manosphere are going to end up coming to watch this video. And they're going to want to hear Lori getting stoned and destroyed, right? Because they've been known and destroying her. I'm not going to completely known to destroy her because, yes, she didn't really do anything wrong. However, to expect something out of somebody that isn't, or that lets you know up front, maybe she didn't let him know up front that she's not really into it all like that. Maybe she didn't let him know up front and everything like that. I'm just trying to let you know, guys, particularly, who do truly feel like, and I'm not saying that Lori's innocent in this situation either. I'm not saying that either. So don't go saying that. Let's be honest, y'all. Where's my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Who wants to be honest? Who wants to be honest? Who wants to donate? Who wants to donate to the Cash App? Yo, I get flamed for asking for donations. I know Pink Pill titled the video, Rosa made $1,000 in 2 hours. I was like, I'm about to get flamed right now. I know I'm getting flamed. I don't even watch the videos anymore. I stopped watching the videos about me. It's better that way. A word of advice: stop watching the videos if you're tagged in it, you know it's bad. Right? Oh yeah, she's a rich princess. There you go. Yeah, she's literally like a rich princess, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They're gonna expect her to get destroyed on this, on this video, and like I said, she's not perfect in this situation either. Lori plays the game, and she does. I mean, listen, y'all are willing to admit it. All of us are willing to admit that Lori is, she's in the game and she's playing the game. Definitely. So here's the question. Let me ask y'all a question. All right. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all be honest with me. When did the game stop? When did the game stop? I know Lori doesn't have to settle right now. I get that. But, I mean, when did the game stop? At what point do you think, or should she never? Are we in a different day and age now where we just all date? I mean, should we all be dating like that? And just kind of, it is what it is type of deal? I mean, I feel like we're already kind of moving that way. I feel like marriage is already going to be, I think it's going to be, I don't know how reproduction is going to go in the future. People are still going to have babies. But in 50 years, 75 years, marriage? I don't know. It's already going the way of the dinosaurs. What, 50% of people divorce, 75% of people divorce within the first year? It's going the way of the dinosaurs. So is Lori Harvey style dating and you just kind of choosing a guy that you want to have a baby with and then continuing to date going to be the way of the future? I mean, cohabitual relationships and things like that in the way of the future? I mean, so I'm asking two different questions because people are like, well, she's 25, and I agree. She is 25. It'd be really stupid to ask her to get married right now, right? But at the same as with that 20 is the reason I joined the manosphere when she left me. I was out of there, yo. I was so hurt that I told myself I will never feel this type of pain in my life again. I was so hurt that I told myself no matter what happens, I'll never feel this type of pain in my life from another human being again. That's how hurt I was, yo, okay? I wanted to get married at 19. Y'all know my story and everything like that. So I knew I wanted to get married and I wanted to be with that girl forever, right? Because I really liked and I really enjoyed her. Now, I was 19. There's a lot of other 19-year-olds that want to settle down and get married too. So it's not necessarily that the age is a thing. I do get that the age is a thing, and I'm willing to accept that. For sure. Not everybody should be getting married at 22, especially 19. Hell, I even admit that if I got married at 19, I'd probably be divorced now because I probably wasn't, I definitely wasn't ready, right? I mean, y'all know my story. I was homeless, dusty, yada, yada, yada. So I think that we got to be careful because what I don't want to happen is what I see that happens inside of these spaces all the time. And that's that people will be presented that are like good people and they'll be shit on because they're either black or they're naked or they're this or they're that. I've seen people talk about, relationships. No, I won't date this person. I wouldn't date this person. Even if they were a perfect person that would just walk into their life, they're so messed up. They have so much red pill rage or anger or this or that God could send them the perfect person and they wouldn't know it because they're so gone, they're so angry. You know what I mean? And I think that it's a little bit of that. My hair's always messed up, dude. It's always one fucking lock, dude. Always one fucking lock. I'm about to cut this motherfucking lock off. Pisses me off. God damn. It's just crazy. God damn, some shit just pisses me the fuck off. Anyways, so I know y'all like, what is wrong with you, dude? Why are you cussing like that? I'm so sorry, y'all. I just get set off real quick, right? So I mean, yeah, don't date forever, Lori. I get it, don't date forever, but I mean, Jesus, Michael seemed like a good guy. I was rooting for Michael. Didn't y'all want them to stay together? I wanted them to stay together and become Beyonce and Jay-Z. Are Beyonce and Jay-Z happy? I don't even know if that's I don't even know if I should use them. Come to the bald side truth. Hey, Chavez, for sure, bro. I'm right there, bro. I'm right there. Chavez said, I felt that pain before. Woo, I almost ingested that poisonous red pill. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ that I didn't. Woo. Praise the Lord, Chavez. Lyndon said, the thing is you have to be open to love to find it. When you retreat to being bitter, it wards off your happiness. Lynn, that's a good comment right there. Do y'all think Michael's going to be a little bitter after this? Let's be honest. Is Michael going to be a little bitter after this? Be honesty. Michael's going to be a little bitter after this. Sherelle said I didn't care. Thank you, Sherelle. I cared more than you did. Learning IT says, how are people dating if they're not dating like Lori? Okay, they're not dating like Lori. Well, let's see. I think we got to start to be honest with ourselves here, okay? How are people dating if they're not dating like Lori? Let's look at Lori's past relationships. And this is why still I go ahead and put some blame on Michael B. Jordan. We have to. Lori Harvey dating history from Future to Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to the blog that got this. These are some awesome pictures here. Look at that. It's been a crazy year. Look at Michael, man. Let's look. Come on, guys. Look at Mike, man. He's looking like an older guy right here, dude. Look at that. Look at her. She looked like a little, not a little girl. Let me not say that. She looks young compared to him. He's a little older. He's got, he's not as trimmed up. Look at that, guys. You can't be not trimmed up and be with Lori Harvey, man. Gentlemen, you cannot have a fuzzy, beaded beard. You cannot have an afro. I'm going to be honest, y'all. You can't have an afro and be with Lori Harvey. I'm going to be honest. Oh, we're taking Michael B. Jordan to court right now. This is crazy, yo. Michael, you're crazy for this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You cannot look like this, bro. And I'm sorry. It's just not gonna work. Not with Lori. All right, let me get back to this. Let's get back to the list. This is the first dude. Abu Thiam. Lori Harvey was romantically linked to Abu Thiam, the brother of musician Akon. I was about to say that looks just like Akon, bro. What the heck? Lori and the record executive Abu were spotted getting close in a Miami nightclub in October 2020. So y'all don't think Abu was the man? Do you think that you don't think Abu was the man? So we're trying to get to the bottom. Lindland asked a good question. How do you know you're dating if you're not dating like Lori? Well, let's date like Lori. Let's see who she dated. Okay, that's Abu. Sure, he's a good man. Future. After Abu came Future. Lori and Mask Off rapper Future kicked off dating rumors at the end of 2019, shortly after her split with Diddy. Okay, so rapper to rapper. Well, rapper to rapper's son to rapper. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's be honest here. It's a bit weird to date a father and son. Can we at least agree on that? Are y'all going to give me that today? Or are we just going to fight truth all the way through? Are we going to fight truth all the way through? Let me know. Let me know if we want to fight all the way through. Just put a 1 if you want to fight all the way through the live stream. Put a 2 if we want to at least agree that Lori's wrong there. Yeah, he does. He does look like Akon's brother. He almost looks more like he almost looks like more like Akon than Akon himself. Michael B. Jordan could become the next Kevin Samuels. Yo, he could become the next Kevin Samuels. Oh, jeez. Lindland said looking like her big bro. He was wolfing. Y'all's comments, y'all's terms wolfing. I've never seen that, looking like her big bro. Michael might get some red pill rage and go on Fresh and Fit. I'm laughing at how you pronounce my name. My bad, Chavez. I think it's Chavis. It's Chavis, y'all. It's Chavis. Dimitri said, wow, truth, you look fine. I know, Dimitri. I just have freakouts. I promise y'all I'm saying. All right, are y'all going to work with me? One. Lindland said, 1, we boxing tonight. Yo, that is great. Larry Gatti said, God, I hope not. Stick to acting. Where are we in this conversation? I just came on. Rosie's, we're in the part where we all donate $20 to cash it to Truth's Cash App. That's the part in the stream we're at right now. So we're in the part where you donate to the Cash App. No, we're talking about why everybody's fighting me for trying to put my niggas on game. Stop trying to fight me, y'all. No, realistically, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Lori didn't choose the best guys in the past, okay? She didn't. So that's why I think a lot of people are upset at her, man. That's why I think people are upset at her, because Michael B. Jordan seemed like he was the good guy. You know why people? I'll tell you, Batty Gal. I'll tell you why people are so worked up over this. Because Michael B. Jordan is seen as the good guy. Michael B. Jordan is seen as the guy who is upstanding. I gotta hold this damn thing. My bad, hold on. Michael B. Jordan, man, donate to the channel, is seen there we go. Is that good? Is that good? Is there a link to the chat? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll open up the panel right now. Michael B. is seen as the guy that was supposed to bring everybody together. I mean, it was like, dude, that's the good guy. That's the perfect guy. Actor, no public scandals. I don't think he has a public history or like a criminal record. Let me open up the Zoom panel. I'll open up the panel, but only if we get a few donations. If we don't get any donations, then I'm just going to end it in a few minutes. So I'll probably end it in a few minutes because we've already been going for an hour and a half. So I'm not going to keep going, because we got to get the AdSense out of this since people just don't donate anymore. But that's the problem that people are having with this, is that, Batty Gal, they see themselves in Michael B. Jordan. Ooh, that's deep. They see themselves in Michael B. Jordan, yo. They see themselves in Michael B. Jordan. We see that guy that was made fun of coming up. We see that guy, that black guy that talks properly, that surfer type dude that talks properly. I identify a little bit of myself in Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean? So they see that and they're like, damn, he had a beautiful girl, but the beautiful girl didn't want him. And he's the guy that does everything right. So they see it as, okay, well, the beautiful girls don't want the beautiful, good-looking guys that do everything right. I don't know if you think Michael B. Jordan, is his name Michael Jordan? Michael B. Jordan. Yo, that's crazy that he goes by his middle name, because if he didn't say B, everybody would just say Michael Jordan, and he wouldn't have made a career in Hollywood. That little B dot is the most important thing Michael B. Jordan's got. Pamela gave $1. Pamela, you ain't. I'm just playing, Pamela. Pamela, you are awesome. Thank you, Pamela. Pamela, I was just messing with you, Pamela. I know that you've given in the past. I've seen. Pamela comes in, she'll give the dollar donations. We got one. We need 2 more. We need 2 more dollar donations. If you cut your dreads, you'll be T.H. Jordan. So he's the sexiest man in the world. Did they give Michael B. Jordan the sexiest man? Yeah, that's crazy. They be giving sexiest man in the world to these random ass dudes, bro. I'm not trying to judge men or nothing like that. People think I'm gay already, so I don't care. Sexiest man in the world, Michael B. Jordan. Let me see. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan got sexiest man alive in 2020. Hell no. They just give it to anybody, bro. You know how they know? You know how I know they give it to anybody? I'm not saying the dude's not a good looking dude, but he's not like a supermodel, not the Tyson Beckford type of looks. He looks like a little puppy dog. Looks like a little puppy dog, man. I'm sure he's a cool dude. But he definitely looks like a puppy dog. He looks like an Irish black dude, yo. Michael B. Jordan has an Irish undertones. Is that racist? Can I say that? 2022, you gotta be careful not to be racist, homophobic, gay, homo yourself. You better not be homophobic, and you better not be homo. In 2022. True. She said, "Truth, you sound jealous." Organic Black said, "Truth, you sound jealous." I'm jealous. No, I'm not jealous. Learning IT says, these same men call Russell Wilson a simp for marrying Sierra. These men crying all over the internet are capping. Sherelle said he looks like my ex. You look like your ex? That's good. That's good. All right, let me see some. I just got to check it out now. Who else is on the sexiest man alive list? Sexiest man alive. Okay, all the sexiest men alive covers. If you want to make the gay argument for me, here's your time right here. Clip this next minute of commentary that I'm going to have, all right? Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd was one of the sexiest men alive, apparently. Michael B. Jordan. John Legend. Oh, shit. Hold on. Idris Elba, I mean, everybody says that, I guess. Blake Shelton? What the? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Picking up my camera, hang on. Blake Shelton? Heck no. That's sad. That's sad and that's bad. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Man, this is just a Hollywood-ass list. David Beckham, Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth's a good-looking dude, man. The Thor guy, that's Thor. I'll give Thor that. Adam Levine, good-looking dude. Channing Tatum, good-looking dude. Bradley Cooper, right? Ryan Reynolds, I don't know. Johnny Depp, I mean, I don't know. I don't. When I think about good-looking dudes who have, whatever, I don't see that personally. Wolverine, Matt Damon, George Clooney. That's gonna be a huge negative for me. I don't care. You don't have to be straight. You don't have to be gay to not agree with George Clooney being maybe this list, maybe it's not about looks, you know? Maybe it's not about looks. Maybe it's something else. It could be personality. I think George Clooney has the sultriness going on for him, right? He has that sultriness that I think the women are going to like. I got to say that. We're already too deep. There's no need to correct anything I say at this point. It's too late. Matthew McConaughey. Jude Law. I've always known Jude Law's name. I had no idea that dude was Jude Law. Johnny Depp again. Ben Affleck. I think a lot of women would agree with that. Pierce Brosnan, James Bond. Hey, he's James Bond. We got to put him on the list. Brad Pitt. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Richard Gere. Interesting. Harrison Ford. It's going to be a negative. George Clooney again, negative. Denzel. Man, look at Denzel, dude. Look at young Denzel. That's a trip, man. That's a trip. He kind of looks the same as what he looks now. That was 1996 Sexiest Man Alive. Denzel admitted, I didn't stop in the mirror and go, hey, sexy man, because he's not just another pretty face. As Courage Under Fire star Regina Taylor said, he has wit, style, and intelligence. There you go. Maybe we're thinking about the list wrong, y'all. It's not just looks. Hey, I think that's a good point. It's not just looks that makes you sexy, guys, right? It's other stuff that women see that makes you sexy. You gotta be. Black Messiah said, what the hell? Black Messiah said, what the hell y'all on right now? Black Messiah, you know I gotta placate to the women a little bit now, man. You know I got a lot of women watching me right now, Black Messiah. You know I'm not making a lot of money right now, so I gotta get it how I can. No, I'm playing. No, we're talking about looks. We're only talking about looks though because it has to relate to Michael Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. So we decided to look because Michael B. Jordan was apparently reviewed on the list of the best looking guys. And we were saying that Michael B. Jordan represents a lot of guys out there who are the smart guys, the guys who are well-to-do, the black guys who might talk white, who aren't extremely ghetto, who aren't extremely savage, who aren't extremely hood. You know what I mean? But don't get the pretty girls as well. And so we looked up Michael B. Jordan and then it said he was the sexiest man alive. And I was like, how is he the sexiest man alive? That's a weird thing. You know, he's a good looking guy. He's not, I don't think he's the best looking guy in the world. And so I was curious to see who are the sexiest men alive. And to be honest, I feel like I could be on the sexiest man alive list. I'm trying to get on that list now. Linlin said, I never understood the Denzel thing. He gives me basic. There you go. For someone just turning into this sus. Yeah, no, I know. Well, I'm gonna definitely have to eat that one. Pause. That's sus right there. There's nothing I couldn't say in this moment that's not gonna be sus. But don't worry, man. I'm not gay. But we don't hate gay people here though. Anyway, man, if you're gay, I don't care if you're gay. I love gay people, man. Gay men. I love them just the same as I love anybody else, man. People gotta stop with the gay hate, man. Sus, all that stuff, man. I don't care about all that, man. If you're gay, then be gay and be happy, and I'm gonna love you for being gay. I'll love you. I'm gonna hug you just as I hug anybody else. Gay people are people, man. They're human beings. You know what I mean? So who cares? I'm not gay. If I was gay though, you should still. I would hope that you still watch the content. If you could find something entertaining in it. I hope that you would. No, we're not gonna do any ew. I'm not gonna do any gay bashing here. We're not gonna do any gay bashing here, y'all. No ews, no nothing like that. We're not gonna do any gay bashing. That's a negative. So stop with that, y'all. That's a negative. That we're not gonna do. All right, that we're not gonna do. That we can't do. Thank you for whoever donated on Cash App. We got one Cash App donator. Oh, thank you for the $2.99 super chat. We are back on the money, ladies and gentlemen. Back on the money. Listen, y'all. Listen, right? It's two different. Dating is different now. There's two different datings at this point. You have non-serious dating and serious dating. I think there needs to be an app for people who seriously want to date and seriously want to get married. I think there needs to be an app. I think there's probably a million apps like that, right? But who seriously want to because what happens is we have a lot of different essences and elements of dating being convoluted as a fact in this case, right? Which is, for instance, fact. Michael B. Jordan was a good guy. this is that he did everything right. Lori Harvey just ended up being mischievous, yada, yada, yada. It's not necessarily a fact as much in that sense as it is they're just two different people in two different times in life. Maybe if Michael B. Jordan was 25 or 10 years his youth and closer to her age, he would have been in a lot more of a better position to casually date. And he wouldn't have been as emotionally hurt as Future, and I'm sure all the other guys that Lori Harvey has probably hurt, right? So I want to make sure that it's clear that there's almost two different datings now in 2022. I mean, what are we dating for if you're going to be just, if you find a person that's a pretty good person or a pretty decent person, and once again, on the outside, this is why so many people are blowing this situation up. This is why people are having such a big issue with this. If you found a person that's perfect on the outside and he does everything right, and he's a millionaire and he's on the Sexiest Man Alive cover, and he is mentally and emotionally healthy. Let's assume Michael B. Jordan is emotionally and mentally healthy. Would that not be the guy that you want to marry? That's what a lot of guys are having a problem with. That's why people are having such a big issue with this thing. If everything remains constant and we see Michael B. Jordan and he is exactly who he claims to be on screen, Creed, hard fighter, boxer, does right, takes care of his people, fights hard, gets knocked down but gets back up, puts the gloves back on, takes a hit. I don't know if y'all knew this, y'all. Michael B. Jordan, for that movie role, Creed, that he played, the boxer in, he actually was dedicated so much to that movie that he got knocked out multiple times in real life. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me show y'all the clip right here. And this is just kind of a testament to Michael B. Jordan and how committed he is when he commits to something. Let me show y'all this. Did y'all see that clip of him getting knocked out? He got knocked out for real. Like they were saying, Mike, they were saying, they were telling him, just do a fake knockout. We only want to do a fake knockout. We don't want you to get hit for real. Check out this video, yo. This nigga's crazy, yo. He's committed. Check this out.
Backgrounds watching and action.
Out. He's out. He's knocked out in real life. So he dedicates himself to the arts, man. He dedicates himself to everything.
Watching and action.
He actually got knocked out in real life. You know what I mean? The dude just seems like a stand-up guy. I'm sorry. He seems like a stand-up dude, man. You get knocked out for your movie, she should have stayed with you, bro. I don't care.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She should have stayed with him. I'm just saying, man, if that dude is as real as he seems to be, man, you're not going to get no better than Michael B. Jordan if you're trying to date a black guy. I'm just being honest. I mean, okay, let's go back to the list here. These are all her past guys. I mean, we already know Future, Diddy, and his son. That's his son. Come on, y'all. Come on. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about at this point, y'all? Are we just going to fight me all night? We're just going to fight all night, y'all. Lin says she came to fight. Lin says she came to fight. She said, you know what? How are you supposed to find the one if you don't date the father and the son? Red Supreme is hilarious. Man, the dude just be calling women B words all day, night, man. These black B-words be so stupid. You black B-words so stupid that you didn't even know that Taz and Nyla were right in your face and pandering to you because the black woman. I was like, Jesus Christ. That's bad. When he says something that rhymes, he says it multiple times. When he says something that rhymes, he says it multiple times, and he gets real close to the mic to where the mic starts clipping. When he says something that rhymes, he says it multiple times. P. Diddy wasn't hers. P. Diddy was, whatever, you know what I'm saying. That's how he talks, right? What are we, but in all fairness, though, y'all, P. Diddy and the son, let me look at y'all's comments, because y'all ain't going to do this. Y'all not going to play me today. Y'all not going to play me today, bro. Somebody really said in the comments, how are you supposed to date if you don't date like Lori? Y'all really told me that in the comments. All right. Y'all going to learn to stop messing with the honest truth. Y'all going to learn that if you want to hop in this intellectual, metaphysical ring with me, you're probably going to end up going down, which is why not a lot of people decide to actually come onto my panel to attack me. They'll make a video, but then they won't come onto my panel. Shout out to Black Femicide, though. She came up to the panel. And Taz. Taz came up to the panel, too. So shout out to Taz. Fuck Taz, obviously. All right, who else? Trey Songz, after she left Diddy and his son, she went to Trey Songz, who stands with Meek Mill. That's good to know. It's good to know that Trey Songz stands with Meek Mill because, if I'm not mistaken, Meek Mill is actually later on in the list, too. Y'all not going to do me today. I'm not going to let you do me today. You know why I'm not going to let you? Just like our parents didn't let us, because they love us. Why are you spanking me, Mom? Our parents used to tell us they spank us because they love us. I'm like, how the fuck does that work? You're hurting me because you love me? No, motherfucker, you just upset at me. You don't love me. You're just upset. All right. Mama, I love you. I know. She's not dating seriously. Okay, cool. That's why I said we need to separate the people who want to date seriously versus the people who just want to have sex. Is that too real for y'all? Versus the people who just want to acquire money and have sex with multiple people. We need to have... Now, if the guy's going into that, if Mr. Hamilton knows going into this relationship that in 1 year she's going to be in somebody else's bed and he's going to be $1.4 million lighter, then everything's a wash. There's no fault at hand. But if Lori understands going into these relationships that she doesn't want to be with any of them, but she makes it seem like they're the best thing since sliced Wonder Bread, then she would be at fault. Or am I wrong here? I'm waiting for y'all to fight me on this. After Lewis Hamilton, she went to Memphis Depay. Memphis caught the boot. He was fresh, though. If somebody finds what style of sunglasses those are, please let me know. If you are out there and you're watching this on the replay or the live and you know what style of sunglasses those are, please let me know. I have some that are like that. I think mine look a little cooler actually than that, but I like the gray on that, and I like those models, that style. Those are some fire glasses. There you go, Lori looking lovely. Dutch footballer. He was a soccer player. Is that it? Is that the entire list? This old ass article. Let me see this article, man, because this is some BS. Y'all gonna be like, see, she don't even date that much. Nah. We're making Lori look bad. No, I'm kidding. They didn't even have some of the people that we know about, though. I don't get it. They didn't have them in the list. Like they didn't have the Meek Mill on the list. I'm gonna do one more. Why am I digging into this girl's life like that? I'm not about to do that. Hey, okay, I'm gonna open up the panel because we got, I did say three donators, and we got 3 donations. We did get 3. We got 1 on Cash App, we got a $1 donation on YouTube, and a $3 donation on YouTube. So as a man of my motherfucking word, I'm gonna open up the Zoom panel. Careful what you wish for. You wanna hop onto the Zoom panel and talk to me for a limited amount of time, and you are more than welcome Today, tonight, right now is your chance. If you are driving in traffic at 8:30 right now, this beautiful Tuesday evening in the great state of Texas, whether you're in the central region, the western region, whether you're in Sri Lanka, I looked at my analytics. Somebody's watching me in Sri Lanka. It has dots where people watch you, or like it tells you where people watch you. And there was like a dot in Sri Lanka. I said, who's watching me in Sri Lanka? Gotta be careful what you say. What if I want to go to Sri Lanka one day and I say something to this person or say something about this person, say something about Sri Lanka, and they're watching me and they're part of the Sri Lankan government. And I touch down, they have a you never know. Just because you're paranoid, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't mean somebody's not out to get you. Yes, I know I'm crazy. Here's the link. You're going to need to download Zoom if you haven't downloaded Zoom. Why? Because StreamYards, A, costs money. B, the quality is not nearly as good. C, it costs money. All right? Did we say that already? I feel like I'm getting better at live streaming. Organic Black says, I'll be watching. Wow, Organic Black, that's awesome. Dang. So I'll be watching from Africa in about 3 weeks. Man, I do want to go to Africa badly. I'm not going to lie, though. I already done said some stuff about Africa where I'm like, dang, I hope they don't recognize me. Because they're gonna definitely be like, oh, fuck. All right, we got somebody in the Zoom right now. They muted. Thank you so much for muting yourself. We're going to come to them in one person. We're going to read a few more of the comments. And then we're going to go to our panel. Simple Susie says, I don't think she dated Meek Mill, but he shouted out in the song. Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Simple Susie says she dated 6 people before. Oh, yeah, didn't she date, MGJ? Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to speculate. Destiny Jackson agrees with me. Thank you, Destiny. Destiny Jackson agrees with me. I know y'all agree with me. I'm giving y'all a hard time. I like when y'all do fight against me, though, because it lets me know that you're not complete yes people. And so that's good. Other people can see that and be like, oh, see, they don't just completely. All right. Now we have Hazel on the panel. Hazel, what do you think, Hazel? What are your thoughts? Am I wrong? Am I missing the mark? Is Lori right? Is Michael wrong?
I don't give a shit. To be honest, I don't give a shit. The girl is young. She's dating. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay. Now I'm gonna slow you now. I'm gonna ask you. That's what she's supposed to be doing. What exactly is that?
Whatever she's doing.
Well, what is that though?
I don't know. The girl's dating around. I guess she broke off her engagement for whatever reason.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Girls with women are not really mature at 25. They're still not mature.
Right. No, I agree. So under that pretense then, and I do agree with you. I really do. Under that pretense, assuming that, yeah, she's not ready to settle down and she wants to date around, and guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Would you say that Michael B. Jordan is more in the wrong in this case, or that he shouldn't have even dated her to begin with?
Nope.
What do you? So you think that he should have dated her, and that it's just the way that life goes?
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do, and that's what the F he did, and it didn't turn out how.
But okay. Obviously, it didn't turn out how he expected. Why did it not turn out how he expected?
Gotta ask her that. I don't know. That's how it is. Shit, I don't know. But I'm
dropping the sound effects. I love y'all.
I've been married for 12 years, and before I got married, I was dating a couple of guys at the same time. I wasn't effing them all though.
Okay.
But and I'm not a straight woman either. That's why I really wanted to shut you out for not being mean to the gay folks, because I'm not fully straight myself. But I'm married to a man. Okay.
Nice.
I dated a couple of guys at the same time. I didn't have sex with them all. I only had sex with the one I'm married to. That's just how it is. I got married at 25. I say that I still was young. But I did it and I got married. I don't have any regrets. I came out later in life. My husband accepted it. It wasn't easy, but he did.
Wow.
We worked it out, and that's my buddy.
Wow. So did you come out after you got married?
Yeah, after we got married and had kids.
Woo.
Lesbianism doesn't have, well, I'm not lesbian, but lesbianism, a lot of women get are married and have children. Their children probably grown, and they come out at that time as well.
Okay, so what was your why? I mean, why did you decide to tell him that you were a lesbian if you were already married to him?
Oh no, I'm not. I didn't. I said I'm not lesbian. I'm just saying that a lot of women who are lesbian are married. They come out later in life.
Oh,
I'm not lesbian.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were. Okay. So, okay, so you're married and you dated multiple people, but you only slept with one of them at a time.
No, I only slept with my husband.
You only slept with your husband. So while you
was when I was dating him, but he's my. I only wanted to be with him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what? So during that time, obviously you were getting to know him then.
Yes.
And were you dating somebody when you met him?
Not really. Just
Not
shooting
really.
the breeze.
Shooting the
hanging
breeze.
out,
So,
shooting the breeze.
Essentially, Lori Harveying, if both parties understand Lori Harveying and they're both agreeing to it, essentially at the time. I mean, you're just enjoying life and enjoying life. There's nothing wrong with that. And guys, there's nothing wrong with having sex, y'all. You know, like with getting with people and having sex, there's nothing wrong with that. Like what makes it wrong is when y'all, don't protect yourself or when you don't decide to cohabitate or co-parent the right way. And then now you have serious problems because of that action. So the sex isn't wrong, just like the money's not inherently wrong. But when niggas start robbing and killing because of money, now we have an issue. Right? So that's the problem. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil. All right? It's not the money. So I do want to say that. And I get that. But to play devil's advocate once again, to go ahead and hold the women accountable. Now, if and I don't even know what I was going to say, so I'm going to just kind of take this another way. Y'all were dating. It wasn't serious and this and that. But when you found the person that you wanted to be serious with, you knew that you wanted to be serious, so much so to the point to where you're married now, right? Or you're together now, or whatever. Are you still together with him?
No, yeah.
Okay,
we're married. Yeah.
So,
for 12
how
years.
long after you found your husband did you cut off everybody else?
We dated for like a year and a half. I want to say like maybe like 6-7 months in.
Okay.
That was my dude. We were spending a whole lot of time together. We were hanging out a lot, joking around. What do you call it? Gossiping. He was so down to earth. Like I didn't have time for these other guys.
Wow. And
everything just clicked in because he understood me. I understood him. We could joke about things. We could have serious conversations. There was no. How should I say? You know how now when you have a disagreement with someone, it's like it gets real personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't know how to have a debate or a civilized conversation without taking it so personal because that person doesn't agree with you. I see that a lot now. But we used to do that. He used to give me advice. I used to give I used to give him advice, and we were just like, you know what happened? We were friends. I was a home health aide, and his second job was taking people to their doctor's appointments. And that's how we met. And we became, even though when my patient died, he used to take her to her dialysis. Wow. We remained friends. So that kind of helped too.
He got out of the friend zone.
Yeah. I don't think I didn't put him in no friend zone.
Oh, okay. So you were acquaintances. Okay, you were just acquaintances, not like talking or like that or every single day at work. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, 6 or 7 months in, y'all talking, you're still doing some other talking, but obviously as you continue to talk with him, the promise raises and you're like, oh wow, this could, who knows? I didn't think that we'd still be talking after all this time. The conversation's still interesting. I'm not, we're not bored of each other yet. Who knows? I don't know where this is going, but who knows? And it looks like it's a good thing wherever it's going. And so eventually you come to the point to where it's like, okay, you know what? I want to go ahead and do this. Now, at what age were you when that decision was made?
I was 25.
You were Lori Harvey's age.
Yes, I was, but I was not really into marriage. It was something that he asked me, and he made it interesting. I mean, he told me what his plans were. He already had his career. He already was college educated. He already had his job, and he was secure in his job. And he told me what he had to offer. I was still not really a marriage type, not even today.
Wow.
I enjoy being married, but if my husband was to pass away, I wouldn't do it again. It was fun, but I like to be solo. He proposed marriage, not with a ring or anything. I'm not a jewelry type person, And I was just like, fuck it, let's try it.
Wow.
That's how it was. No ring or anything. He was just, it was a proposition, however you want to call it. And he was like, I would like to marry you one day. And I was like, let's try. Let's try it.
Wow.
And if we realize that this wasn't a good thing, well, maybe we'll be dead by then. I don't know. But I mean, it's fun. We don't take this marriage thing as seriously as other people do. It is fun. It is enjoyable. Is it perfect between us? No. He's a different person. I'm a different person. He has a different way of viewing things. So do I. But I'm not gonna put him down for it. I'm not gonna act like he's this bad guy because he doesn't agree with me. And he doesn't do the same. He doesn't do that to me either.
Well, I mean, that sounds like y'all might have the most healthy marriage in existence, to be quite frank and honest with you. And I say that jokingly, but no, I say that seriously though. Like, that sounds really, really healthy. I think that there is some kind of weird door that starts closing in on people's minds when they sign that contract, right? They feel like they're trapped.
Arguing is normal. You have to understand, when I say arguing, I mean a disagreement. I'm not talking about throwing things around, hitting each other, stabbing each other up, getting third parties involved to take sides and all of that. Another thing, a lot of men nowadays talk about submissiveness. That is not something that I do here. That is not required of me.
Jeez. Right?
And in my husband's view, he says that, his job is to serve his family. Now, I serve him as well. I'm just like this lady eating milk duds on the couch. I do what I have to do. We have an idea. We plan this out. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do. Right. But he makes my life easy because I'm a mother. I'm the one that has to take care of the kids. Right. Mm-hmm. But he's not going to dictate to me what I can and can't do. We can talk about it. Right. He can have an opinion. But at the end of the day, this is my life. This is my body. At the same time, even though we're married, I'm still my individual person. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he respects that.
Yes.
Yes. That sounds like an interesting guy, man. That sounds like you got a hell of a catch.
Nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing is. I'm not trying to make it seem as if we have this rosy flowers and chocolate kind of marriage. We don't.
I think that, and I appreciate you for being so honest and open with that. Listen, y'all, we have Hazel on the panel, and she is kind of, taking a stance and making it and letting it be known that Lori's not necessarily doing anything wrong per se, and that, she was, understanding and doing the same thing. And when she found her husband, and that was that. So it could just be a simple matter of Lori not finding a guy that's just at that level of compatibility with her. And I think our first guest, Orchid, ended up saying that as well. Orchid Mantis is that there's a guy out there for her. Now I put it right, and I labeled it that she's not loyal to Michael because it's a certain time in her life. But I think
how long were they dating? That's another thing. It's been less than a year, right?
I think it was exactly a year.
Oh,
like
it could have been too soon locking it down too. He was trying to lock it down.
So do you think Michael B. Jordan was like really, really, really trying to like seriously marry her, wife her up?
I mean, he proposed to her, right? Is that
did he
true?
propose? I don't know. Let me see. I'm trash.
I don't know.
I need to see.
I could have sworn people said that they were engaged in the comments earlier when you first started.
Huh.
And if there was no engagement and they were just dating, we don't know their personal life. Maybe it wasn't as serious as we all think it was. But they had a good time showing off.
Yeah. Well, but
so
the thing is, the news articles say that he's crushed right now.
Oh.
That I read an article and it was like it was on Twitter. It wasn't even a major article. It was like an obscure website, but it was a tweet of one of the like somebody that knows Michael apparently like really close. And you can tell when somebody really knows information, even if they're just tweeting it on Twitter. You'd be like, okay, that's true because the details are way too detailed. And it said something like, "Yo, Michael's really messed up. I'd never seen him like this, and that." And it said some other stuff too. Now, could it be Photoshop? Yeah, but it alluded to Michael B. Jordan being really messed up. Let me see if he proposed. We have I'm Not For Everyone on here. I'm not for everyone, but like I said, even if we don't know if he was really serious or not, right? It could be assumed that because Lori is just the popular socialite that she is, that most people would want to hold her down forever. They're going to want to try and trap her.
Right.
You know, because she's Lori Harvey.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I understand that. I understand it. And I understand that there's this thing where a lot of men like younger women.
And I'll interrupt you real quick because, and you're right, 35, Michael B. Jordan. This is what the article says. I just want to show you. Michael B. Jordan reportedly gearing up to propose to Lori Harvey. That was January 25th. Y'all, I need to show you something else, okay? Let me show y'all this real quick. This is huge. This is huge. This happened like a few days ago or something like that. I don't know when, and I'll let you go. But Michael B. Jordan purchased a $12 million home, y'all. Like a few days ago. I'm turning the sound down. This is. Yo, man, this dude was in love with her.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was in love with her, man.
He's crushed, you know. He really was in love with her, and maybe that's why they broke up. She figured that he was more into her than she was to him, and had to let him go. But it hurts. So I wouldn't say that she's wrong or he's wrong. She hurt his feelings, yeah. But is she wrong? No.
Are you seeing this house?
Yes, it's very pretty.
She's wrong.
You know.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No,
oh man,
I agree.
People are gonna do what they're gonna do. We're humans. I wish I had more time to talk to you about how I think very differently than a lot of people. And I have this thing about monogamy. Monogamy is not. I don't think monogamy is really in human nature. It's possible, but I don't believe that it's human nature. I think people just like to spread themselves around, but it's not healthy, is it? Because you can catch something.
Right.
I just think that people are being unrealistic about monogamy. But anyway, but that's a story for another day. But
no, I want to actually, I do want to stay there for a second with you, because I do agree to a certain extent with you. The problem is that when we do look at the actual numbers, or when we do, and if you're just now joining, ladies and gentlemen, this is the house that Michael B. Jordan just purchased last week.
It's beautiful.
12 million.
Too much house for me, but it is beautiful.
Shoot, it's we're gonna find something to put in there. I tell you what, it's in Encino, California. You're right. That is kind of a lot of house, huh? That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Depends on where the neighbors sit. I like that bathroom though. Here's the thing. I kind of feel you on the monogamy point. The problem is that when we look at not single parent, but cohabitating parent or two-parent households. The two-parent household thing does work really well for raising a child, which is why I think the institution of marriage was created to some extent. Because
it can help.
It can help. It can, because people, if they're not mature enough as humans, because it sounds like you're very mature. If they're not mature enough as human beings to accept that, you're welcome, then they're going to have a hard time with other people, with other people, period. Jealousy gets involved, this gets involved, and you know how people are. You just never know. Now, when you have people like yourself who are adults and comfortable with the reality of things and truly do understand human nature, then yeah, you are able to live a life outside of the black and white lines that we have carved in society, right? A lot of people think they can do that, and then when they get into the situation, they might end up succumbing to it, or maybe they're just not quite ready for that. And so I think that we have a lot of those types of issues that happen. For instance, you hear about couples that may be swingers, and then there is a jealousy issue involved, or all of a sudden one person gets a bit more attention, and so that tends to happen. But once again, it can be traced back to maturity from an adult standpoint. So I get you there. And I think that it goes back to what you and Orchid said, which is that somebody out there might click a lot better with Lori than a vast majority of people will. And I think Lori might be looking for that type of person. However, I do want to be completely honest, and I'd be remiss not to say that in that process of looking for that person, you have to be careful not to string along good guys.
Good guys, yes. Because you hurt them and then you damage them, and then they don't recover as easily. I know.
Right.
I know.
Well,
my husband, he told me that was an 8-year-old. 8-year-old broke his heart. It took him a long time to recover from that when he was 8. When he was 8.
Yo, that is great. A side portion, a side portion, or a side fact from that too. Is this. And I'll let you go before we. I think I'm not for everyone's here. Yeah, we have one more guest here. If the good dudes do get hurt, then the good dudes could go bad.
Yes.
That's another
and vice
aspect.
versa. Yes.
And vice versa. Completely. And vice versa. For sure. Listen, I appreciate that input, Hazel. You stay on if you need to. You can go down if you need to.
I want to thank you. For letting me be in the conversation. I was not raised in the Black culture. I listen to all content creators. I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban, and I don't want to feel like I'm interjecting. But you've been very kind to me. I've been listening to you. I've been watching you for like a year or so, and I really appreciate how open you are. And you're very welcoming to other people, So you're one of the ones that I stay watching for a very long time, because you're welcoming to everybody and all kind of sexual orientations, races, religions, non-religions, whatever. And I really do appreciate that.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that compliment, especially right now. So I really
I know
I
know it's not easy for you. I try to donate as much as I can. I'm a housewife. I used to do Lyft, but
nice.
Gas prices have gotten really high.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to put wear and tear on my car and put so much gas in my car. I don't really need to work. You know what I'm saying? So I will be damaging my car more going out there and making the money that I did.
Yeah.
It doesn't work right now, because I'm putting a lot more into the gas, but I try to donate. It's hard for everybody. I try to donate as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It's not easy. Even for the housewives who do part-time, it's not easy. Gas going to work is too much,
Absolutely. Yeah. A disappearing of the middle class, man. It's going to get a lot crazier. It's getting crazy for sure.
Oh yeah. And yes, women get those, pew pews. Get them. Yes. Protect yourselves.
Absolutely. Definitely get the legal to own pews if your state and law ordinances allow it. And
I'm from Florida, and I'm not messing around because a lot of people when they go on vacations, a lot of them fall victim to home invasions during the vacations out here.
Airbnb home invasions are on the rise. Yeah. I've seen cameras and I've seen the Ring doorbell cameras of people invading Airbnbs. Apparently the keys can be changed. There's a very intricate system, but sometimes the system's not as intricate as it needs to be, and people have keys to your Airbnb. If you're staying in an Airbnb, ladies and gentlemen, in another city that's unfamiliar to you, I wouldn't recommend it personally. I stay in hotels when I go to other cities. Right. I don't stay in Airbnbs in somebody else's home that they could have cameras inside of. I don't know who they are, what they represent, what they believe in. If somebody will come sneak into my house in the middle of the night, bonk me over the head, I don't know. You're in another state, so you don't have your piece on you. I'm staying in the hotel. Plus, I like having room service. So, hey.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Hazel, for not only coming on and spending your time, but spending your money. I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly.
I appreciate you.
And for the compliment, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Bye.
Miss Hazel, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing on moving, trucking along. She's been watching for a year. First time calling in. She's been watching for a year. I tell you what, this next guest has been watching us for, I think, double that time nearly. I'm Not For Everyone is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful I'm Not For Everyone. I'm Not For Everyone. You can unmute yourself if you're getting this message right now. And we'll let you go ahead and have the floor as soon as you do unmute yourself. In the meantime, I want to remind you that if you're watching and enjoying this broadcast, you can donate and support the Truth Seekers Cash App and PayPal. If you have donated and I have missed your donation or Cash App, I apologize. Just know that I will see it eventually, and I thank you. If you haven't already, if you're not able to donate, then you can like the channel. You can like the video. You can like the channel. You can subscribe to the channel and turn your notification bells on so you can see the next time that we are live. We will be covering more pop and mainstream topics and issues as they relate to dating and politics going forward. And these issues will blend and merge with a lot of the conversations that we've been having for the past year, whether you're a divester, whether you're a manifester, and whether you are just a person that's sitting as a true independent party. The independent party is going to rise again, ladies and gentlemen, all right? I truly believe I might be the first independent president of the United States. All right. No, it's too late. I've already said too much on YouTube. But if you truly are an independent, then you'll still have a place here for us. We don't, we don't believe in harming anybody. I'm waiting for I'm Not For Everyone here. And I think that she's sleeping. Oh, she's there.
Not sleeping. I was just trying to be nice.
I didn't say you were sleeping. I said I think that she is weeping because of the quality of the camera, of the HD. It's a long story. We don't have time to talk about that right now, okay? I'm Not For Everyone. Am I wrong? Is Lori wrong or am I wrong?
No, Lori's not wrong.
I love that answer. Y'all
As they
notice,
say, don't.
Y'all notice that answer? She didn't say I'm wrong. but she said Lori's not wrong. Y'all, man, I tell you what, I'm not for everyone. The floor is yours. Thank you.
No, don't thank me, because if you're wrong, I'll tell you you're wrong too.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with criticism. It is what it is.
Now, you believe that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants to. She's a grown woman. You know, as a lot of people say, don't hate the player, hate the game, right?
Wait a second now. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But what game are we playing here?
Well, I don't know what game Lori's playing. You got that Lori.
What now let me ask you. Do you think Michael B. Jordan was serious with her?
No, he probably wanted somebody young.
What?
And he probably got played, and he probably should have went with somebody his own age. But he didn't want to do that, so that's what young people do now. If you're not paying attention to the younger generation, I don't know what to tell you. You should be paying attention, because if those are the people you want to date, you should be paying attention to how they move. If you don't want to pay attention, then maybe you should stay in your own age range where you know what's going on.
Well, I mean, let's look at things for a second here. So you think that he was too out of her age range to like connect with her on a dating level for the most part? He was just kind of like old dadding it for the most part. He wasn't her peer. Okay, let me look at something for a second.
Nah, he was older than her.
Well, I mean, but he still seemed like, you know. Well, I mean, I'm sorry about the ear destruction. Sorry. I mean, Michael B. seems kind of cool. Michael B. Jordan, he seems kind of cool. You know, I'm trying to get to the Twitter thing.
I don't like the whole scenes thing. You either are or you aren't. I don't like the scene, because that's a gray area.
Would y'all date Michael B. Jordan? Put in the chat. Let me ask y'all. If you're a guy, I'm sorry. You can. If you're a heterosexual man, I'm sorry. But would you date? If you're I'm not sorry. If you're a heterosexual man, don't answer the question. I'm not sorry though. Would you date Michael B. Jordan?
I wouldn't date any celebrity, because I don't know how they actually are as a person.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Let me see. Well, that's a good idea. Assuming here, because I just talked to you. Assuming that he is the real person in real life that he is on camera, would you date Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, I don't pay that much attention to celebrities, so I don't know how he acts on camera.
Okay,
I'm not a celebrity type of person. Sorry.
Let's see. I'm asking the chat. The panel is up. The question's up. I need to hear from y'all. Vote in. Organic Black, stop it. Vote in. I'm working on it. It's tough. Old habits. Vote in. Sherelle says if the shoe was on the other foot and MBJ got her pregnant and said she's not the one, no one would be mad at him. Oh. Orchid Mantis says if I look like Lori. Seeking Daily says no. Nothing personal. Simple Susie said no, he's not my type. Organic Black, why isn't MBJ married yet? Maybe he's the problem. Seeking Him Daily says that sounds like market research. Understanding who you are trying to market yourself to, that is fair to say. How do you know he's a good guy? Batty gal? I don't know. I don't know if he's a good guy. I'm simply saying if he is, then would he not be worthy? If he is? B2L says they weren't that far off. Let's see. She's just a little blunt. Yep. Batty gal also said I'm not going to say what I want to say in the comments. It's going to ruffle some feathers. Batty gal, we're all about ruffling feathers here. You go ahead and say it. If it's the truth, Batty gal, then say it.
I'll say it for you, Batty gal. It's amazing at 25 years old. If she was a he, would anybody be complaining about how he was moving with women? I'm going to say it for you, Batty. Most people probably wouldn't. They wouldn't have a problem if it was a he instead of a she, and how she's moving. If it was a he, more than likely.
Wait, I'm missing it. So if she got left and he ended up going to a new girl, nobody would care?
No.
Really?
Most people wouldn't bat an eye about the story. No, because there's a lot of celebrity guys who do that. They'll even cheat on their wives, and most people won't bat an eye.
So the tables are not balanced. Then is what you're saying. You're saying that
It's a possibility that there could be a double standard afoot because she is a she instead of a he.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only thing I can do or say to that is go to our poll. That's all I can do here. That's the only thing we can do, ladies and gentlemen, is go to our poll. That's right. We are, I assume, how long? We're a couple hours in. We're a couple hours in right now. Well, 2 hours and 11 minutes in right now. 2 hours and 11 minutes in. 47
And
minutes.
honestly, I will say this. If you've ever been in a relationship with someone, I don't care if it's familial, romantic or not, and you knew good and well you really didn't care for this person the way you could clearly say that you could clearly tell that they cared for you, you really don't have any room to be talking right now, because then you would fall right into this category. Because if you're saying that that's what she's doing, then inevitably, if you look at your own history and if you've done that before, then can you really talk? Because you've done the same thing. You possibly led somebody on who may have had really feelings for you, and you didn't because you just wanted their, I don't know, you needed their validation, you needed their support. I don't know, and you just kept draining them, but you knew good and well that you weren't as serious about them as they were about you.
Okay, so let me ask you this now, because now I got a question. All right, I got a question. After 14 votes in 3 minutes in our polls, after 15 votes now, we just got another one, in 3 minutes our polls, 87% of people, men and women, said they would not date Michael B. Jordan. So if out of 16 votes now, we have an 81% no and 19% yes, no being the overwhelmingly large percentage of people, men and women, who would not date Michael B. Jordan. I'm not for everyone. I'm not, what did Lori Harvey see in Michael B. Jordan? I'm not understanding this, because if most of y'all wouldn't date him, why would Lori Harvey?
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to ask Lori. I don't know why she dated him.
I want you to try and put yourself in Lori Harvey's shoes. What do you think? If most of y'all wouldn't, why did she? Here's what I'm trying to say.
Lori Harvey.
Here's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know him on a personal level. She knows him on an intimate level. On a personal level, I don't know him at all. I just know what he looks like.
Here's what
I'm not going to go off of personality based on what somebody looks like. That's not me.
Right. No, I feel you. So here's what I'm saying. Hold on. Here's what I'm saying. If most are y'all capping right now? I feel like y'all are capping, man. I feel like y'all would date Michael B. Jordan. Y'all really wouldn't date Michael B. Jordan?
No.
Who are y'all?
And that's another thing too. You guys have got to stop saying that about women. When we tell you something, please believe us. No, I would not date Michael B. Jordan. I don't know who he is.
I believe you. So here's my thing. A lot of guys aren't gonna believe you. I believe you, okay? I know we have 10 minutes left on Zoom. I believe you. A lot of guys aren't gonna believe you. I'm gonna take up the position of the guys that aren't gonna believe you. I'm gonna argue on their behalf, because they're crying right now as they watch this live stream. If most of y'all wouldn't date him for whatever reason, I'm not for everyone. You have your reason. It's because you don't know him. Batty Gal has a reason. Sherelle has a reason. Organic Black, what's your reason that you wouldn't date? Organic Black, by the way, said thank you. I'm not for everyone. She's thanking you. And Learning IT is thanking you as well. Women all around the world are thanking you for what you just said. Simple Susie says she would date The Weeknd. Okay, V, we have one person in the world that would date Michael B. Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one person. V has been courageous enough. Jeez, I just messed up my whole thing. V has been courageous enough to let us know that she wouldn't date him. Okay, V, thank you. It's upside down. That's why.
The reason why they're thanking me is because we've been trying to tell you guys to stop saying that, because for women as a whole, it's not attractive when you guys don't believe us when we say something.
Yeah.
And we've been saying it.
That's some bombs right there.
If you want women to respect you, you have to listen to them. It's not an option.
Bombs. Listen, we ended at 80-20 or 70-30, y'all. 1 or 2, 20 votes. I ended the vote. That's deep. Women are supporting it right there. Women are supporting you right there. All right. That's what I'm going to say, all right? If y'all telling me that y'all wouldn't date Michael B. Jordan, then that lets me know that Lori probably felt the same way y'all did. So why was she dating Michael B. Jordan? I'm playing the sound effects right now. I'm not for everyone. If y'all wouldn't date her, I know for damn sure Lori's not gonna want to date him or whatever. I know for damn sure Lori's not gonna want to date him. Now, I'm not for everyone saying it's because she doesn't know him on a personal level. So she's not looking at the outside or the Hollywood career. But I'm seeing comments here. Simple Susie says, he's not my type. Simple Susie said he's not my type. Seeking Him Daily said no, nothing personal. So it seems like personality is coming into play here for some of y'all. It seems like looks might come into play for some of y'all. Because I know not every one of y'all think he's an attractive guy. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you think he's attractive. A 2 if you think he's normal, or even would you say ugly? I don't think he's ugly, man. So we have to be real. So 1 in the chat if you think Michael B. Jordan is attractive. We're getting back to our old points, and then 2
Michael
if you don't
B.
think.
Jordan is fine, but
okay,
I
he's
still
fine.
don't know him.
Okay, still okay. So he's an attractive guy. Maybe she just wanted to date him because of the attractiveness, and maybe he wanted to just date her because. And hey, I've done that before too. Hell, we've all done that, right? It starts off that we're just attracted to somebody. What? Did you say no?
Nope.
Oh, my goodness. You haven't just dated somebody because they were hot?
Nope. I've always been like, okay, you look nice. Now what else you got?
I tell you what, we got the best viewers on this channel. This is why this is why the number 1 podcast in the world. You see? We're just too real for the world. We don't have the women playing no BS games on this channel. You come get you a wife on this channel. I'm playing. So check it out. All right, check it out. I'm gonna reel it back a little bit. Reel it back. Check it out. I've been in situations where both people were attracted to each other. I know I'm not for everyone hasn't. The rest of us have. I'm kidding. But I've been in situations, I'm not for everyone, where we were attracted to each other, and then all of a sudden, I started catching feelings. And when I say feelings, I mean like I want to be with this girl every single day, every single hour. I want to be just laying up under her, this, and that. I want to be with my head on her shoulders. I want her to be my resting place. I want her to be my comfort. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Guys, you get into that vein. You get comfortable, guys. You get comfortable, man. Next thing you know, you just can't not be around her, you know? And guess what? That ends up killing it for a lot of women. It does. It sucks, but it's the truth. It ends up killing it for a lot of women. That constant need. So I'm thinking maybe it could have been a little bit of that. I'm trying to get back to the damn Twitter. What were we not just on Twitter a second ago? What's up with my computer, yo? Now it's asking me to sign into Twitter. Hold on. When's my birthday? What? Why? Why? I just don't get it. Let me see if this is my login. I'm trying to find the picture, you know, of Michael wolfing, as y'all say. But that's my theory. It's one of two things that happened, all right? I'm beating this thing to the ground. There's one of two things that happened. Either they got together and it was already understood they would be friends with benefits and he caught feelings, or she tricked him from the get-go. Right? That's the only two things that could have happened right there. Either she tricked him from the get-go, but here's the thing, though. We have to look at the history. Does anybody know who Michael B. Jordan dated? I don't know. Let me try and find. Let me try and find this again. Who was Michael B. Jordan dated? I know he dated white women, which he was getting some flack from that on. Let's see, top post here. All right, I'm just trying to find the dang picture that we had earlier. Yo, Twitter. Yo, man, I hope I never make it big enough to be on Twitter. Twitter is, whoo. We know YouTube is bad. Twitter is brutal, dude. Because it's uncensored. You can put a video of somebody like losing their life on Twitter, and you can watch them lose their life, and you know, like right on Twitter. It's straight up uncensored. You know? Crazy, man. That's why I'm glad I'm not showing it on the screen right now. Because Jesus, that would have definitely taken the stream down. All right. Since I can't find the dang picture. Yo, if somebody was to look at my search history right now, it would be over for me. And I mean the search history of the stream because it sounds crazy. It's hilarious. All right. Oh shoot. While I'm looking, we're gonna hear the sound from the Future video. Look at how excited Future is. Yay, Jesus. All right.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori.
That's the most. Her birthday party. Where's all his kids at?
Carrie, you stop, Carrie. You Carrie.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Birthdays are probably one of the most awkward things. The birthday song, like you never really know what to do. It's like, it's just awkward. I don't know why that's so awkward for me. It's cringe every time I watch people singing happy birthday to somebody. Yes, Future does have a lot of children, but Lori still gave him a chance. So I mean, hey, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? I'm not judging. But the caption says, after a relationship with Future and Michael B. Jordan, it's clear Lori Harvey is not. It's clear Lori Harvey not just having a hot girl summer, she's having a hot girl life. Okay.
What the heck is a hot girl summer?
Well, hot girl summer was a popular term or an adage that was popularized by Megan Thee Stallion, and she calls her followers hotties or hot girls, right? Or was it the city girls that did that? Am I mixing them up? I might be mixing them up. But hot girl summer is when you essentially, as a girl or a woman, decide to go on sensual escapades with no regards to societal norms or standards. That's pretty much what I understand a hot girl summer to be. Did I get that right or wrong, y'all? Hot girl summer is when it's a hot girl summer, when you're out and about mingling and jingling. And, it is what it is. Now, let's look at this picture. All right, I'm just going to have to. Zoom's over. Whoever was in Zoom, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not for everyone. I'm sorry. Can I start a new meeting? Let me see if I can start a new meeting. I feel horrible. Ah, man. It lets you start a new meeting, but you can't freaking. My bad. I'm not for everyone. My bad, dear. I won't let that happen again. So we'll end it this time, but next time it won't happen. Check it out. Let's look at this, right? Oh, shoot. The caption says the Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey split has both men and women on Twitter showing the worst sides of themselves and proves why I should remain perfectly single. Yeah, people do feel really strongly about this. But look at the picture on the left. I want you to see the confidence, okay? When a guy's got this look right here, he's peak confidence. Peak confidence. When you have peak confidence, there's nothing that can shake you. Somebody could walk into that room right then and there, and he could be Goliath, 7'6", 450 pounds. When you have peak confidence like Michael B. Jordan had in this picture, you're gonna walk right up to that man. You're gonna be like, "Listen here, motherfucker, I will break you." You walk right up to him like you're the 6 foot tall person. Yeah, my sign cues are fucked. You know what I mean? It's confidence on the left-hand side. Peak confidence right there. And on the right-hand side, big thorough embrace. You know why people are so upset? Because they seem like they were a good-ass couple. They seem like a good couple. I don't know if y'all see that or not. They seem like they were a good ass couple. Like they look like they'd be good together. Their heights are perfect together. I mean, it looks like their bodies fit perfectly together, and people like seeing them together. Everybody likes seeing them together except for Lori, essentially. You know, from what we see, because of her wanting to date a bit more. I mean, are we going to be dating forever? Do you believe in soulmates if you're a lady or a guy? Do you believe in monogamy? I do think that monogamy is a bit of a taught, learned concept in order to fundamentally, institutionally keep the country going, right? Well, we need people to be married. We need people to have houses so they can raise the children, so they can do this, so they can raise more factories. So we needed that system. America was very clever with the industrialization of marriage, if you will, or the industrialization of the family, where the father works in the factory. And then after 30 years of the factory, he raises a kid who's going to work another 30 years in that factory. And then they're going to raise another kid through the same institution of marriage, right? So I do get that. Monogamy is a Western civilization civilized. But once again, even if you don't agree with Christianity, if everybody followed the rules in the Bible, the world would be a perfect place. Don't lie, steal, kill, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Yes, that's a form of control. Yes, the government telling you not to steal from your neighbors or it'll throw you in jail is a form of control, but that form of control is needed because if we were to leave everybody to their own devices, nobody would freaking do the right thing. Take that for what you will. I want to make sure that you enjoyed this video tonight. If you didn't enjoy this video tonight, then you can send me an email. You could say the reason that you didn't enjoy the vehicle as well, if you have a car that you don't like. I want you to give the reason in the thumbnail in one sentence or less. Say because blah blah blah. And then I want you to just and that's it. You don't have to say anything in the email. If you didn't like the video, you can do that. If you did like the video, you can leave a thumbs up. You can share it. Once again, thank you to all donators and contributors to the channel for letting this run for an extra 45 minutes or so. All right. I want to thank the channel mods for doing the ridiculous amount of work that I can't pay them for. And I want to thank you for still watching and everybody for still watching. You know, there was a time when I felt like, oh my God, no matter, like I could end up just losing. I could end up losing everything if I piss off the people like my main demographic, and I don't feel like that anymore. Now I know that thanks to, pretty much news and current events and stuff like that, if you cover a current event quick enough, you'll get like a lot of people that watch you. If you talk about the right thing, even if you don't know what it is, you'll get a lot of people that just come watch you on the live stream, and subs will go up. So I'm happy about that, but I'm happy that you're watching right now. And I'm happy that you're enjoying if you did enjoy. If you're at work, hopefully the shift is ending soon. If you're just getting ready to head into work, I understand. All my night crew people check in. Thank you for whoever donated on the Cash App. I appreciate that. All my night crew people, thank you so much for all the donators on the Cash App tonight. Check in. The night crew is getting ready to head in. My shift used to start at 6 at Amazon. I worked 6 to 4:30 in the morning. I did that for 7 months. And then I had another night shift. I think I worked at Comfort Inn and Suites, which was from 9 to 7 in the morning, I want to say, or 9 to 5 in the morning. I can't remember, something like that. And there comes a time at night where you just, everything's really dead quiet and the world's sleeping, but you're awake, And at that moments of time is when I feel most at peace, So all my night crew, night shift people, find your little moment of peace during the nighttime, unplug from the matrix, if you will, and give that to yourself because you deserve it. And that's the benefit of working in the night crew. For all my ladies out there, make sure that you consider self-defense options. You get one chance to dance, and your favorite content creator is not going to be there to defend you if somebody tries to harm you. It's going to be you and you alone, right? But make sure that it's also a little buddy that's either in your purse or on your hip. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you, once again, go out and do something very fun tomorrow. What did I do today? Nothing. I haven't even eaten today. What am I going to do tomorrow, though? I'm working on THT TV, and you know what that is? Or you know what I'm going to be doing for that? I'm jumping in the pool in my apartment complex, and I'm going to try and jump from the office's ceiling or from the office's roof because the office is right by the pool. So I need to get onto the roof and then jump off there so I can have something for THT TV. We were supposed to be doing it for a music video, but we never did it for the video at that time. So now we're going to do it again, right? And we're going to do it again, and it's going to go a lot better. So be on the lookout for that. Members will have access to obviously THT TV as well as normal people. So everybody will get to see THT TV. I think we'll talk about that later. Other than that, though, once again, if you want to reach out to me, thehonesttruthyt@gmail.com. Send me your email. If you just want somebody to talk to, send me your phone number, and we can talk. And the last thing I want to say is that no matter what you're going through, keep going, right? If it's a bad breakup, if it's a bad job, if it's a death in the family, it doesn't matter what it is, because the rest of the world's going to keep moving, and you got to keep moving with it. Adapt, overcome, figure out a solution, push through, fake it till you make it if you have to. But make sure that you are taking and putting one step in front of the other. I don't care if you have to pick it up and drop your foot in front of the other. Pick the foot and drop it in front of the other. So long as you got one foot going in front of the other, then when life backs you up a couple steps, when things happen and give you some serious pushback, you've already made enough progress in your destination that it's okay for you to take the scenic route this time around. It's okay for you to retrace your steps, right? I've been here before, but since I've been here before, I know I'm going to get past this because I've already passed this, right? Just like Dory said, just keep on swimming, y'all, in this wonderful, wonderful, convoluted, sometimes cold, sometimes tropical sea of life of ours. I will see you tomorrow night. Good night.